Oh, very nice. Everyone have a point of inspiration.
Yay! I'll need it.
Yay!
That was crisp enough that had to be rewarded, you know.
I'm glad I joined in with one hand.
Yeah.
No.
Loki, you're not allowed up there. Down.
Come down. Where are you going? This is not a nice thing for you to play
Do you know that riddle, what's the sound of one hand clapping? Welcome to episode, I think 20, I want to say. Let's check.
I think it is 20.
Yeah, I'm gonna redo this bit in a minute.
Okay. Hello.
Yeah, I can always cut out this first.
Sleepy Sky Dragon. Episode 20 of Western Wilds. Would anyone care to give us a little recap of what happened last time?
If somebody else could read it, that'd be great.
Yeah. In a Wild West world where tales unfurled, beneath the setting sun, adventures were hurled. A plan to fake deaths, shrouded in mystery, passing messages to a vampire sheriff, quite contrary. Misty with dynamite, a fiery gift bestowed on the warehouse roof, secrets they would decode. Mob bosses convened, plotting in the dusk, a triple cross ensued, treachery's husk. Assassins struck silently, their blades gleaming bright. Amidst the chaos, a spell cast to flight. Explosions erupted, dynamite in the air, silencing the shootout, leaving chaos and despair. In the midst of the fray, little Joey's trickery revealed. Assassins fell one by one, fate forever sealed. Amulets exchanged hands in the aftermath's haze. Vengeance sought, darkness ablaze. The dawn emerged, the final act in this play. Will sought revenge as the sun gave way. Taking the Don's body, they fled through the night, leaving the burning warehouse, escaping out of sight. The Don's body disposed, consumed by the deep, a secret buried in the ocean's keep. Returning to their hideout, concealed in shadows they'd stay, deciphering codes at dawn, unveiling a new day.
Point of session inspiration in addition to your regular one.
So I've got a goal, but I'm not sure how to phrase it. I'm not sure how to write it down, so I'm just going to say it now. Speak to the other Watchmaster, and impress integrity upon him.
I like it. Yeah, figure out a way to you like it's the scared straight program is what you're thinking. Yeah, if you can come up with go for it. I like that as a goal. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Dare.
Yeah.
Dare to resist me, motherfucker.
If you can come up with a fun acronym for dare as well, I would also enjoy that. Cool. Yeah. So last session you enacted your plan of getting the amulets proof against detection from the mob war that was brewing. Little Joey was revealed to be a traitor in the ranks, and they buried a coffin full of rocks. You guys got back. You deciphered the not shipping manifest, like logbook kind of ledger. That's what I was looking for from that you'd retrieved from underneath the Bowman and Bowman auction house. That's where we pick up. So, with a due sense of exhaustion and dread, what would you like to do?
Title is just ACAS.
Very good. I'll have it. Sure, why not? What a pregnant silence you have!
The grandchildren are there.
Yeah.
We can go and get them. But then we need to do something with them. So we're either killing vampires here or killing vampires over there.
Well, I don't think we need to kill the vampires here. We just need to sneak in to get to the teleport device.
That's true. And then, well, we know somebody in town who is very good and very happy to kill vampires here, so why don't we just have him cause a big enough distraction somewhere else and we sneak in?
It would need to be enough of a problem.
Oh, I'm damn sure Kincaid can cause a big enough of a problem.
Curious because he hasn't yet.
I think he is mostly biding his time, and if we just give him a nudge, he'll probably do something dangerous and stupid.
So
Didn't we, when we met him and figured out what his deal was, realise that like he's just powering through this? He doesn't seem like the
He's
sort of
not
person who'll be biding time.
He's not a stable individual, no, but I imagine he has enough sense to be strategic about these kinds of things.
I think that's the vibe you got, certainly, is that he was in his life a very methodical person that has continued through. He is somewhat on the edge, and you can tell that he's been somewhat on the edge. So yes,
I've seen
a big distraction would probably be out of character for him, but it wouldn't take that much of a nudge to set him off on that slippery slope.
I've seen commanders on the battlefield who've been drinking whiskey for weeks and eventually they just crack. He's pretty close. One good shove ought to do it. And I'm not going to lose sleep over him if something happens to him.
Nah, you know that I really want to see what's on the other side of that.
I
door.
know you do, dearie.
But it would not be nice of me to ask you. You have been hell-bent on finding your grandchildren. Why, at the last minute, you know where they are?
I do.
Why would you stop now? What's compelling this?
My concern is that if I get them back, there's a chance that they just do this again and I end up kidnapped again and I end up dead and then there's nobody to come in and save them the second time around. So, this needs to stop forever. It's not just about saving them, it's about making sure they stay safe. And this woman knows who I am. I know right now we're under a kind of a guise of anonymity, but even our friend over here already faked his death once. They still put up wanted posters for him, they're still looking for him, and they didn't have an immortal vampire backing them. It's not about... What was it that man said once? Going away's fine, never coming back's better.
I'm not going to put too much effort in persuading you to do something that I already want to do. So I was just putting it out there.
Safety is paramount.
I guess my question, Granny, when we go into the mansion, what is your objective? Because I would like to sneak in.
Well, as we've discussed at one point, if we can get to the other side, we know that the place on the other side has defences that we could potentially reprogram. We can create a safe house that they think, that the vampires think is their safe haven, that is potentially lethal for them.
So a thought occurs. Any attack made by Kincaid can't be so powerful enough that it will cause them to retreat to their safe haven.
No, it needs to be enough to draw them out, but not enough for them to run away.
It needs to be a nuisance.
But the impression I got from that woman is she is both prideful and cocksure, I think is the word I'd use. She is, and especially somebody who has killed her daughter and a whole crap ton of her men already. And if he says, "Oh, I also killed your husband, you son of a bitch," I imagine she'll come out herself. I think that particular point struck a nerve hard when we talked to her. If he goes around town shouting that particular tidbit of information, she'll go looking herself. Probably send most of her guards after him as well.
What if they've got other holdings in the city? We ask Georgia if there are any other... Give us a list of the properties, and we just give that list to Kincaid and he does what he does best.
We might not even need to do that. We've decoded the book, right? So does it list any local locations?
The ledge you got was specifically the people smuggling, the human trafficking.
But it gives locations, right?
in other cities.
It gives like destinations of where the caravans were being sent to rather than places within the city.
Right, okay, but there's not anywhere... The caravans aren't all originating from the same point within the city. Like, it hasn't got a from.
Well, it's got from Harlan, effectively, yeah.
It's too generic to action.
On the other hand, though, Georgia absolutely can
Yeah.
give you a list of other holdings, properties. She'll can pen that straight up. Like, probably 7 or 8 different properties around the city, like not necessarily like summer homes, but like... places where they might send guests to stay, or like people who are coming from like the Trauvold, for example, that arrive in the city. Oh, well, if you don't want to stay in the mansion, you can stay in, 27 Charlton Road or whatever.
And we just so we get Georgia to give us a list.
Yeah, you can. As I say, you are, as we come into the action today, you're coming to the end of the period. I think 4 days of downtime is what we talked about. So
This conversation will have happened.
This can happen during downtime. So yeah. I think we discussed it a little bit at the end of the last session. Kincaid, very happy to
fuck shit up.
fuck shit up. Yeah, you like when I say he's on the edge. You maybe don't want to look at what's at the bottom of that hill, but there's no persuasion check required to do this. If he thinks you have a plan, he'll co-sign on it.
Yeah.
Yes. So you can set up a number of properties to be.
We'll ask him to very nicely make a mess.
A mess he can make, and he can what he could. Blah, blah, blah.
Maybe also warn him that our intention is for him to draw them out so we can sneak in and fuck shit up behind the scenes.
That's certainly fine.
And so if he can do it in sort of like an obvious pattern, so they set a trap for him,
I think-
and then he just doesn't trigger it.
Yeah.
But in theory, that would draw enough away, maybe.
I think at some point, like if one of you makes contact, who depending on you're all able to go out, especially on the cover of night, and you won't be detectable via scrying.
Plus, I can look at someone else.
If for example he'll go, so you're going through this teleportation tunnel gate thing.
That is the plan. Pardon the voice. The plan is to go through this portal and turn their own defences against them, so that when they retreat there, they all fucking die.
I can try and shape a charge to cut off their retreat back into it.
That would potentially be very helpful.
Do you know whereabouts in the building it is?
Not exactly.
I think Rich,
we know.
you know
Roughly.
a physical point where the device is located, which is the eastern wing of the house, about 15 feet underground, sort of down that way from the main entrance. So you can give him like a vector and a starting point and tell him where it is. So,
Can we also get Georgia to sketch us out a floor plan?
You certainly can, yeah. And that's a question for me. I think Georgia won't ever have been taken through to the well. No, Georgia has been taken through to the wellspring. She can describe it for you. So, I've got secret messages. Yay! I love secret messages. Yes, you do.
How did I know that was Rich?
Yeah.
It was just a point of clarification.
Yeah. No. That's and that's an established thing. Yeah. Yeah. Georgia can describe some of the other side to you, which is it comes through into like a sort of control room, which also has the sealed entrance up to the surface. That control room leads into what she just calls a gallery, and then into like a boardroom. There are other bits further down that she's never been allowed into.
This control room, from her description, does it sound like what we need to access in order to mess with the defences?
You don't know.
Okay.
Like a control room, or more like security checkpoint kind of thing. Whether or not that has... Leviathan will be able to tell you that she doesn't know the structure of Site N, whichever one, it's like 5, I think. from your perspective, from her perspective, because it might have a different layout to her physical structure. But what you will be needing to find is like the central processing core, like the machine core.
I imagine that is not anywhere near the entrance.
That is
that's
would, not an unreasonable assumption to make.
If I was building it, I wouldn't put the central processing unit right behind the front blast doors.
Yeah,
No.
you have a real dumb to do that. No, I didn't.
Well, so actually, the front blast doors, that's one thing, but the teleportation room is a slightly different thing. The teleportation room might be deep in the facility itself.
She just said that the front blast doors are right there.
Oh, okay.
Could I get a technology check from anyone?
Could if I knew where I put my dice.
12.
Yeah.
Is that if you're not trained? Is it?
It's that would be a raw int check.
Cool.
28.
Cool. That's fine. Yeah. You.
That's why you should have gone with the technology.
You said a technology check.
Technology
yes?
check. Yeah. 28's gonna do it. Is what I said.
28. No.
Minus.
Minus 3.
Excellent. That's not. Yeah, 25. Yeah, you'll both recall that the teleportation tunnel, the two projectors that create the tunnel, the stable wormhole. You know that this one has been moved. The one in her house has been moved to here. There's no reason why it would be in the same place it was the other side as it was originally.
The pair could have moved, yeah.
In fact, it may not have even originated within that site on a 28. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, more messages. No communication.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I will type you a more detailed.
The other thing, so while Kincaid's doing all this missing out, I think we need to do is find somewhere close by where we can hide out, watch the house, and wait until hopefully the lady herself leaves.
The teleport... theoretically, because again, I've not seen them, these are purely from descriptions, but theoretically, if they've been moved, they would also contain their own power source, if they're still functional.
There is certainly some kind of power source that is powering this one at least, because there is no like central grid system for Harlan that it's tapped into here. Yeah, there is some kind of power source here. That was the power source that you were informed about. Yeah, yeah.
During our prep, can I also...
Little mushroom cloud.
Yeah, that is my concern.
Yeah.
Like,
I think even on a passive technology for either of you,
And things, and you've been able to spot street signs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Could you look for? Sorry, I was trying to.
No, it's fine.
I'm
interested.
I was wondering if we could maybe track down an Angeles Syndicate safe house nearby to wait in preparation from, because that whole place is in turmoil.
Roll like a persuasion between. So either you can both roll persuasion or, either persuasion for you, deception for you, or one of you can assist the other.
while they're
I have
doing
a
that,
+8 in both.
as part of the prep, can I
8 and a
buy
5, so-
dynamite?
How much dynamite?
4
Yeah,
sticks.
sure.
Roll persuasion.
So you're already
This persuasion
on-
is like mercantile, effectively,
Yeah.
but
Can I give them guidance?
yes.
That'd be cool.
That's a chunky handful, said the actress of the bishop.
Oof. Okay.
I'm going to use my session inspiration point.
Noted.
It's 27.
27. Across the road. Yeah. You swan in. Basically, there is a mid to high level enforcer, like this massive half Goliath bloke called Gary, who is like a real leg breaker, but like the leg breaker you send when the first leg breaker hasn't really got the message across. Doesn't usually get fucked with, so is a bit abashed to see Don Angeles turn up at the door and say, I require this domicile for a few days. If you could make yourself scarce, Gary, that'd be very much appreciated. But nevertheless does on a 27. So yeah, you've got there's still the matter of like, the wall and the grounds. So you've got a little ground to cover getting in there, but you could not be closer than you are while currently in a different building.
But we can like look out a window and see if
You can see over the
going.
wall at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah, on a
coming to
27,
those.
you can. Yeah, absolutely. Cool. What was the guidance die of interest there?
4.
Nice.
4 on the guidance, 15 on the dice.
Yeah, you hit that 25, so that's good and plus. Yeah,
18.
The
18.
Other, the
You
other
can.
D20 rolls are 2.
I will give you. I'll give you a D3 plus 1. So
Okay.
you could get 4. You'll get at least 2. You get 4. That's gonna be 200 gold, and you buy. You're like dynamite is not like I feel like I have given the impression that it is more common than it is,
Yeah,
and you're like really cleaning out like the mining.
Seems pretty common to us.
I think I understand that like frontier towns, but might carry it, but at the same time there's still a war going on.
And that is honestly a big part of it
Yeah.
as well. And not even for military purposes. Things like blasting trenches out, that kind of thing. There is a scarcity of it at the moment. Yeah.
So
I feel like it might become a controlled substance very quickly.
I mean, it's already pretty controlled. I mean, the yeah.
Oh, do we, in the 4 days...
The student ID is doing a lot of work there. It's for homework.
In the 4 days, are we able to clear out any Angeli's accounts?
Ooh.
Basically, I'm running low on money myself.
See, here's the thing. Angie's accounts, that's going to be a lot of time and work to get into.
I meant more like the cachets.
The thing is, you have his face, you still don't know his business.
No, that's true.
Like...
But I've also got his legal expert.
That's true. Okay.
I
think-
appreciate it's very cheeky, and I will not be mad if you say no.
I think if you guys hadn't spent the time doing other stuff, you would have been able to make a roll for it.
Yeah, that's fair.
But,
I
yeah,
think the other stuff that we've done is more useful.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah,
This is more of just sticking the knife in and twisting a bit against that asshole family that I created.
And the thing is, like, you don't know where his keys are, his passwords, that kind of stuff. That's going to take time to sort of track that down without alerting anyone to the that
Yeah.
you don't know it, or yeah.
That would be a project.
Yeah, basically. So dynamite, you guys scouting real estate. Anything from Lily?
I think Lily's just watching. Like once we set Kincaid going, Lily's just sitting in the window watching for this woman to leave and just being like, "We're ready to go when we go."
I think you also get a message sent through from the Dougal, the cleric.
Oh yeah, because he was supposed to be arranging for an attempted strike on them.
Okay, there's not a lot of political capital for a strike.
Yeah.
That was a truly lamentable persuasion roll I just rolled.
Oh dear.
He and a couple of very dedicated other followers of the old lady specifically are going to be assisting Kincaid with if it's like an emergency, we need to funnel people.
Right.
They can stick in, but there's not enough like manpower. Actually, official vocab guidelines. There's not enough
People power.
There's not enough person power and raw divine power to like marshal an army.
But they can totally provide logistical support for Kincaid's fuckery.
That's a huge bit of it. Yeah, if you can put a cleric casting turn undead at the door while a bomb's ticking down.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. That's what they're helping with. Yeah. And yeah, over these sort of 2 or 3 days, towards probably the 1 or 2 days towards the end of this period, you are occasionally just hearing in the background in Harlan as
Do a toast.
yeah, and
Then knock back the machine.
could I get a perception check from your fine self?
Sure.
You got a lot of this. That's an appropriate die.
2.
A 2. And that is plus
9.
9.
So
Okay.
it says 11.
Okay. You clock. There is as the days proceed, you are able to overlook over the wall, but it's only one side of the compound, and it's not the one that faces like the guard barracks, and there are different roads around.
Yeah.
You do notice on the 11, you don't know any kind of numbers, but you do notice there are less patrols, or sorry, fewer patrols over like the last day, maybe.
As they begin to send more people out to
As they begin to send more people out to yeah.
I've got a question for the group. And because I'm talking mechanics, I'm doing this out of character.
Mm-hmm.
In order to maximise our chances of being stealthy, Will can remove his armour. It would take an hour to come off, it would take an hour to get it back on, but it would mean he loses his stealth disadvantage. But it does mean that his AC will be 9.
Oof. So the question is, are we going all in on stealth, or are we leaving ourselves a backup plan?
This is a really scary question. What does Will removing his armour look like?
We had this conversation earlier.
Horrifying.
Are you familiar with the work of David Cronenberg?
I don't think I want to see that.
Okay, I was actually thinking that it would be more like he just stands very still, and then like a sort of a dark cloud starts forming around him.
Can you go down in armor class? Like, can you go from what you are?
You could put different armour on.
I can put different armour on, okay. If we can...
You just need the time, and you need to buy the armour and have the time to do it, yeah.
Yeah, okay, what is the henchest armour that doesn't provide a stealth disadvantage?
Chain shirt.
Chain shirt.
Instant.
Let's see how much a chain shirt costs. I'm sure I can afford that. Oh, 13 plus dex modifier, so that would mean make my AC 12. Better than 9!
Yeah.
Breastplate also.
Oh yeah, I forgot about breastplate. Oh yeah, because I was like, oh, chain shirt has the best AC and still gives you a dex bonus. That is.
But when your dex is -1...
That's true.
Yeah.
You still get a penalty, by the way. So even if you're wearing plate mail, you still take the penalty from it.
No, AC sets your... plate sets your AC.
Is it?
Yeah, heavy armour sets it so that...
And anything that's heavy, ringmail, chainmail, splint, and plate all
Okay.
set. Put your base AC calculation as 14, 16, 17, 18.
Yeah, I thought there was some well there.
And
then light adds your dex with no max.
Yeah.
Medium adds your dex with no with a max of 2. Yeah.
Well, breastplate would bring me down to 13, with my shield brings me up to 15.
Okay.
15 is respectable.
Yeah, but it does cost 400 gold pieces.
Yeah, that's the one.
Are we able to source a casting of Pass Without Trace? Like spell scrolls, that sort of thing? How common, feasible?
I mean, that's something the Angeli Syndicate would have.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
And that's an easy enough thing for Dawn to go, I need this. Go get it now.
Okay, with... Considering you're going to be spending time doing other stuff as well, I'm going to say roll me deception at disadvantage.
Can I give him guidance still?
Yes. I'll allow it.
And no one can help me.
No, that's the cost here, yeah.
Well, one was a 17.
No.
So one was a... But the other was a 3. But with a 3 on the
Six.
blast, so that's 6. And did you say perception or deception?
Deception.
Well, it doesn't matter, they're both plus 8. So
If you want to spend a point of inspiration to re-roll, you can. But, yeah.
Plus 10 on stealth checks for 8 hours, I think, is probably worth it.
Spending the inspiration to re-roll, just re-roll 1 dice? Or all dice?
I forget how inspiration
You
works.
re-roll and take whatever you want.
From all 4?
Well, from all 3. 3 dice, yeah.
How does inspiration work?
Yeah, it's really weird how it functions when you're talking about, like... You get another dice, I think, is what it is.
Oh, I thought it cancelled out and then you just roll.
Inspiration grants you advantage. If you already have advantage, it cancels each other out. Okay, I would say if you want to spend a point of inspiration to re-roll flat, you can.
Spend a point of inspiration to re-roll flat. Dirty 19.
Dirty 19. Okay.
Yeah, 19.
What I'm going to call that, like, to borrow a Savage Worlds term, I'm going to call that a success with a complication. you get some funny looks from the goons. Do not have the personal courage capital to call you on it, because you do look and sound pretty much like no. I think no one has twigged that you are a guy disguising yourself as Angeles, but that's not a usual request.
No, I've started. The Don started acting odd.
Has started acting. From their perspective, that's exactly what's happening. Yeah.
So even if they fully believe that I am the Don, they might start believing that the cracks are showing or something.
That's precisely what I was talking about.
Rivals and things like start coming.
Yeah, and that's whether that's sort of blood in the water for that kind of thing. So, but yeah.
I want you to get me a scroll of pastel trace. No.
You sure, boss? What kind of? We got guys to do that. Like you know what? None of my business. I'll be right back.
See the guy, jeez.
Yeah. So a scroll case is delivered to one of the Angeles drop-off boxes that you saw, that kind of thing. And
it is natural after a triple cross for him to be a bit more paranoid than normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but does anyone else? No one knows that it was a triple cross.
They just think everyone died.
They think everyone killed each other, basically.
Except for somehow.
It looks like at least a double cross.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
There were two, because there was what was the name of the little Joey?
Little Joey.
You had him, so that's one party. Then you had the
No, he had betrayed one party for the other.
And then there was the
But
assassins that showed
he was
up,
also already supposed to be dead, so they found his
Yeah.
newly dead corpse there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they found Joey's corpse at
And people
Joey's
did see
funeral.
someone killing the assassins, but really that's so many levels of abstraction that no one knows what the fuck is going on. And I feel for them in a big way.
Yeah.
So even if I wasn't acting out of character for the Don, they might still be thinking, "Wow, the Don is going to be pretty whacked after that whole thing."
That's the kind of thing. And like for someone in his position to be showing any kind of crack in the demeanour is notable, shall I say.
So this is basically just starting off the whole...
That's the first tiny domino falling.
There's going to be a turf war later.
Yeah.
God fucking damn.
That'll be fine. Cool. Yeah. I think that's probably what can get done in those 4 days. Kincaid is giving you has passed on a go time of the quarter bell, so quarter past of 9 a.m. the next day, just after dawn, nice bright morning sunshine, etc.
Yeah. That part's the weakest. There, yeah.
It took me a second. It's like, why is it in the daytime? It took me.
It's like, of course,
a little bit
yes,
too-
yeah. It's the exact opposite of what you'd ever want. Yes,
Yeah.
but
I'm gonna make a quick check.
Oh,
Dude,
but
can
at
we-
that
can
time
we
of
also
day,
tell-
the shadow will be nice and long?
Can we tell Kincaid as well on some of the days? Like, you need to be telling them that you killed the General Chambers, and it's you did it, and you're coming for her next. That will trigger her hard.
Roll me persuasion.
Sure.
Also, I might be out. We're doing it in the day. Is that because only the higher level ones will be immune to sunlight?
No, because they have cloaks and
We
things.
are using Kincaid's expertise in when is the best time to raid a den of vampires.
Basically, he told you the time. That's not
Right.
he hasn't sought your opinion on the time.
Gotcha.
24.
I'll allow it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Traditionally, someone who likes to keep his information as a weapon close to his chest,
Yeah.
but on what I'll say is a 24.
This information
You've told him that.
is powerful.
Yeah, you've told him that basically. Cool. I'll wait till Rich gets back. And then there will be.
Now, just imagining
Great reckoning.
Kincaid standing there in the ruins of the building before any of them have turned up, and he just gets out a little bottle of water and just starts drawing. I killed your fucking husband, bitch.
I mean,
But making it look like he pissed it.
sure, why not?
Why don't you just do it in their blood?
Yeah, I mean that's very much his modus operandi. Was what I was about to say. Yeah, that's kind of his thing.
Blood is more of his medium.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's his red period.
Kincasso.
Weapons grade, love it. Cool. So yeah, how does everyone sleep the night before this all goes off?
I don't.
That's a fair answer.
I think Lily is so fucking nervous, and she's like, if this goes off badly, if we get caught, and she's muttering, it's like, we need to kill every single person who sees us in that mansion, every single one, down to children, kind of thing. She's like that kind of level of
Scorched earth kind of
yeah, because that's what it has to be.
How loudly is she muttering?
Loudly enough that some people are hearing her.
Therefore, Misty probably doesn't sleep very well.
If at some point I
Yeah.
can do anything to help calm you down, I will. Because you're setting the subtitles off something chronic.
She's also doing like prayers to the old lady as well. Just letting this please go well. And if it doesn't go well, let me become a revenant so I can at least save them.
No, we've got your back.
It's not about that. It's about what we have to do to make sure it works. That's what's important. I will get some sleep in a minute. I just need to think. Just need to keep the thought going.
I'll send her a little private message saying,
Slammed with the
I've noticed... You up?
No.
I say again, Cecilia, you up?
Jesus.
I'm glad everyone got that reference.
Yeah.
Which, as a Confederate soldier, I richly deserve to do. Please continue. I'm sorry.
Just send you a little message saying that Misty appears to be staying awake past her bedtime.
I'll get the nickel sock.
I think in like, cause there's a scene in there's a point in Cyberpunk where you're sitting on the roof and you're walking out in the rain, you're just staring down at the place you're gonna go do stuff. And I think that's what Lily ends up doing, is on the roof in the rain, staring down at this building.
You want to spend a point of inspiration to make sure it rains? For dramatic effect?
Yeah, fuck it.
Great, cool. Yeah, so there is very sort of pathetic fallacy, rain coming down in absolute sheets. You're sort of, it's that sort of, it's like kind of late July, or sort of like, it'd be like...
Blocking out the sun?
Blocking out the sun?
Yeah, Ashman. I mean, you spent the point of inspiration, it could be sunny in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you've got like the rain fully coming down. Huge forks of lightning coming over the sea.
Walking out.
Can I get a perception check from yourself?
That'll be 16.
16. Yeah, you're sort of you're out on this sort of like high rooftop balcony. Just sort of sitting in a chair. You can see like there are other people sort of around, the people on the streets or hurrying past. There's someone on the balcony next to you, sort of just sitting knitting in a rocking chair and sort of rocking backwards and forwards as you're muttering to yourself. Could I just get a religion check?
13.
As you have that thought of, if this doesn't work, please just make me a revenant so this can happen, you get a very cold wind of disapproving assent.
Oh.
You understand?
Yeah.
There's a lot of them. And they need to do. And they need to go. And the clerics here aren't strong enough. And they're not going to stop until they have until they've murdered or changed every single person everywhere.
You can see the lady knitting on the balcony next to you. Just sitting there. Bit of a scowl on her face, sort of Trauvoldian features.
Yeah.
As the rain seems to pass directly through her.
I understand, dear.
Cool. Misty sleeping badly. How's Augustine feeling?
Like, this is not the first time Augustine has had to sneak into a building to catch someone unawares.
Yeah, that's completely
So
fair.
he's like almost excited.
Yeah.
The look at, he looks over at Lily there and gets like, there is a moment of doubt, and in that moment he will text Leviathan.
Yep.
And go,
You up?
Of all the booty calls to make, that one's a risky one, I'm not going to lie.
You're a braver man than I am. You're as brave a man as I.
Yeah, well. Sorry, please continue.
There is a level of worry amongst the group, and it would behoove me to not go in unprepared. If worst comes to worst, do I overload the power supply?
I'm not aware. I am not directly interfaced with the device. It could be any of a number of different precursor power devices.
When the time comes, will you assist me if required?
Should I deem it necessary?
Thank you.
Cool.
What status is Augustine with Leviathan at the moment? Is he tagged green
Orange.
friendly? Orange.
Yeah.
In that case, I would like to have a quick conversation with Leviathan.
Yeah.
Just saying, I feel like tomorrow is the most dangerous thing I've done so far, short
Agreed.
of falling into a turbine.
It's most certainly the most dangerous thing you've chosen to do.
I feel like a certain amount of trust has been earned between Augustine and myself. For what it's worth, I personally would set his status to green towards myself. I'm not telling you to do that for yourself or for us as a unit, but I wanted to share my opinion, and when you deem necessary, I would support the decision to make him green.
Noted. This feels, William, to be an endeavour with great risk. I would have thought my programming would forbid me from doing something like this when it could endanger my primary objective. However, I certainly... Ooh, that's a message. Which one of you fuckers was it? Sorry. I would have thought my programming would forbid me from taking such a course of action, considering the risk to my primary objective. However, Lillian and I have come to something of an understanding over the most recent months, and I understand righteous maternal wrath in a way that I thought I would not be able to. No pulled punches tomorrow, William.
Not a one. And for what it's worth... Oh, is she gone?
No, that was, you saw through the the sort of geotag on the wall. Again, I'm going to reference Person of Interest again. 'Cause I love
absolutely.
It. But you can see the reticule through the wall switch to green.
For what it's worth, I think that this, should everything go right tomorrow, this is our best step forward towards your primary objective.
Do be careful.
Thank you.
There's two of us in here.
I'll watch your back if you watch mine.
I am your back. Cool. I need to answer a sneaky little message.
Ooh.
Everyone look at your phone so no one knows who it was.
Ooh, yeah. Or send another message. Confuse everything.
Yeah.
Oh, I sent a gift in the chat.
That's a good gift.
Yeah. Gifts away.
Done. Cool.
Interesting.
A long, tense night that you hear. Those of you who are staying up all night, I think probably just Lillian. You awake the whole night?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't need to sleep.
You don't need to sleep. You do. Could I get a con save?
Natural 1.
Natural 1.
I'll use my inspiration.
That's fair.
I thought you spent it on the rain.
Oh, I did spend it on the ring. You're right.
Did you play a gold last session?
Yes,
I did because I got. Oh, I forgot I had.
Yeah, destiny point.
I did, yes.
Special, I had destiny.
Yes, I did. So, 14 plus some numbers, which beats the thing that you need to.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, there is a fervor and a sort of
Thank you.
a righteous fury and wrath that comes from two very different places within your chest that sort of warms you through the cold night, and you you stave off the worst effects of the exhaustion as the day goes by. You wake. It is the sand and soil on the ground is thick mud, kind of just where the ground bakes and it doesn't run off properly. You're just sort of splashing through puddles, and it's sitting like an inch deep on the ground, but not providing any hindrance to movement. And in fact, with that point of inspiration, now! Ooh, baby! What a waveform. I'm going to need a hot second on that one. I'm going to finish my current thought first, which is the benefit of the point of inspiration was that with this layer of water on the ground, your tracks can't be seen as you walk across.
Ooh.
I wouldn't just make you throw it away on role-playing.
Thank you.
If you need a second, I've got something to say.
Go.
It is going to be real hard to avoid titling this episode "You Up."
Tarps off, boys, now.
Bert Kreischer, is that the guy who just takes his top off anytime he's excited?
Yeah, also,
Machine.
Letterkenny, which is this Canadian sitcom I quite like, has these two dumbass hockey players called Riley and Jonesy who are just beautiful.
Oh, they're fucking amazing.
Yeah, and whenever anyone says anything even slightly shirtless, tops off, boys, and start trying to fight people shirtless. It's great. Yeah, truly the Geordies of Canada.
Jesus Christ.
They really are.
I can't make that decision. I'm just going to roll.
Like, I know that there is a very good chance that it's not, but what did you do, Rich?
Ah.
There is a 2 in 3 chance that it's not Rich.
It's true.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be me and just trying to throw everyone
Maths is
off.
fun.
It could be me and I'm just throwing everyone off by
Yeah,
accusing
it
Rich of doing something sneaky.
Is that well? Now you've laid it on the table. I've got to betray someone. Okay, so we have.
He was working for the vampires all along.
Oh.
He's their chief accountant.
So we have Kincaid and the few death clerics around. They have been doing their little mischief campaign and have something big planned for the rest of the day.
Okay.
We have you guys waiting across. So you are bringing Georgia with you?
Are we?
Are you? I don't know. That was the
think
question.
I didn't think you should do it. We didn't even let her near this building.
That's if that is that's
I think we
that.
have to leave
Too,
first.
too close to.
So
Yeah.
with Beauregard LaFontaine,
She's
If they're both, well, if she's happy with that,
she is not keen to go back.
No.
no.
Yeah.
if she's happy to stay with Beauregard,
Would Beauregard's plan is to cut and run from the city. I don't really want her to go with him, but it kind of seems like a safe option, in all honesty. And we say he's a sex pest. He's not really. He's mostly a coward.
He's an inveterate coward. Yeah, that is an accusation you can weigh heavily upon him.
Yeah. And if he wants to change his identity into a into a rich widower who has a daughter, that's well within the realms
If we
of
could
possibility.
convince him that she is part of the perfect disguise for him, then he would leap at the chance.
You know what? I like that. Roll me, roll me persuasion. And actually, that's not going to be a super high DC because A, I like the plan, and B, I think Beauregard would like the plan.
Okay, does Lily want to give me advantage by helping?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, that is a 21.
Beauregard's on board with that plan of he was already packing to get out of Dodge. Honestly, looks at Georgia, who is like a 3rd level sorcerer,
Yeah.
and thinks, well, I must say, if I can protect the maid in any way, I shall. Where should I meet y'all?
One place does spring to mind.
I mean, Georgia, Georgia needs to leave the continent, and I think you'd be best off of it as well. So perhaps somewhere where the vampires aren't. And there's a few continents where they don't like to go, where the clerics are the strongest. They'll stay the hell away from it.
Ulster?
Seems there's some business to be had. Holy water to be sold.
This is an interesting proposition. It will take some time to charter ships, so if y'all looking for me to leave this whole stretch of earth, I can stay down in my bunker for a little while. If you prefer me to leave the city, I can do either.
Stay in the bunker. It's safe. No one knows where it is, and it's protected from
A lot of shit.
A lot of shit.
Very well, I shall await your word, but I shall pack for the inevitability.
If you don't hear from us, run.
I had that one. Cowards do tend to live longer.
They do. And that's why you're going with her.
Outstanding.
The portal. Did you scan it?
I connected to it and I turned it on.
Leviathan's the one who got the most information out of it.
And while active, Leviathan then took advantage of that.
So you turned the portal on because you registered that there was a device.
There's a device. It's just
Let's just turn
Yeah,
let's
why
just
not?
turn their stereo on to fuck with them.
Yeah.
And then it was a teleportation tunnel. Leviathan then linked up with the crucially not to the intelligence on the other side.
It was like Wi-Fi network now available.
It was exactly that. Yeah, it
Jumped
was
on through.
like an open network that she was able to hop onto and start pulling just raw files, just as much data as she could. A lot of it was encrypted, some of it wasn't, but was not able to reach the entity on the other side. Whatever version of Leviathan is there was as she described, dormant.
I might suggest to Leviathan that as soon as we are through, if she wants to, then she can devote all of her capacity to trying to connect and just let me worry about the beat space.
Very fair. Yeah.
Is that something she even has an interest in? Like, does she is changing it from dormant to active something that she's like, oh yeah, let's do it, or is it like, do not do that? Is that
She
do we get an indication
she
either
would
way?
express wariness about doing so, because after all, her programming has become very aberrant, and there's no guarantee on what another intelligence's programming would have done.
We also don't know what its original purpose was.
That's true.
And given that we...
The same was developing portals. It's possible it was designed to make them all escape to somewhere
We
else.
don't even know that this one was a portal-based one.
On that-
Misty's roll earlier.
On that 28, yeah, that's a good point. That on Misty's, I think, was it a natural 20 or was it just a dirty 28?
28, it wasn't... That's not a natural.
Even so, 28 is supremely good. It's not Lily insight roll good. But yeah, on that 28, there is no guarantee that the teleportation tunnel was from that site. And that is something that Misty sort of pings in her brain as you're looking at like the data architecture of whatever Leviathan and Augustine were managed to sort of scour out of it. Cool.
I think, my request to Leviathan is, if you can, then, like, if you can take over the thing, and even if it's just point us in the right direction to go, whether it be layout or where to go to take over the security, that whole thing. If you want to focus on that, that would be great.
Yeah, cool. Right. You assemble at the door of the latter there.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, really, honestly, yeah, very much the latter. As that was me being eloquent and having a turn of phrase. You assemble in your little sort of Airbnb-looking, like, safe house. You know how they look always deeply impersonal and kind of ersatz? Safe houses are a bit like that. And you're waiting for... can I get a perception check from you as you're watching out from upstairs?
27.
57. You clock movement about 9:02 of multiple guards being called away from their patrol. If that makes sense.
Yep.
And then you don't see more guards on the wall.
It's time to go.
Now, if Kincaid has been doing things with an intentional pattern, then they'll know that now, that's why they'll be pulling them away. Because they're in advance of whatever's about to go down.
What was that, 27?
27,
yeah. You can see vultures hovering overhead.
What over?
Corpses.
Over the chambers manse. Oh. A number of vultures circling overhead. Does that have any significance for you?
They're creatures of the dead.
Yep.
As in, something's watching. The old lady's watching.
Maybe.
Time to go.
Cool. I am going to ask everyone to make me a stealth check. How are you planning to scale this wall as well? You can certainly pop the scroll.
What does the scroll actually
You have a
do?
plus 10 to your stealth checks.
In addition to your regular bonus.
So.
And because you've got the disadvantage...
If I cast invisibility on myself...
Oh, okay.
Cancels the disadvantage and you'll still get the plus 10.
Cool, okay.
However, I've only got the 2 spell slots. If anyone else has got anything that can cancel the disadvantage, that would be helpful.
Well, I can cast invisibility on you.
Okay, will that cripple you in terms of spell slots?
Shouldn't do.
No. Hold on. No. No, I've... Because I've got a total of 6, and I've got a way to get one back, because I've tinkered one of the rings.
Okay, if you're happy to cast it for me, that would be much appreciated, thank you.
Just double checking is... Oh, invisibility is second level.
Well, okay. Can't do that.
Cool. There you go. You are invisible.
Stealth.
31.
31.
20 Eldritch.
20 Eldritch. Is that with plus 10?
Yep.
22.
22. Okay, so we're going to be going at least with a 22. Misty?
Hold on. Ooh, I also have disadvantage on stealth. Are you okay to cast invisibility on yourself?
Okay, what I can do is, because all of mine are at 3rd level, mine targets 2 people.
Oh, okay.
So you can hit both of you with one spell slot.
Cool.
Yes.
Okay. In that case, mine is a little bit low with a 19.
19.
Without...
So we're going with the 22. As you step out, and the light is almost a little blinding as it's reflecting off the water sitting still on the ground, which may not be the worst thing today. as you head, you can see that there is this sort of maybe 15-20 foot wall around the compound. No guards are patrolling the top of it. No guards are patrolling around the outside of it. You know that there is a gate nearby you. You don't know if that is guarded. How are you planning on getting across the wall?
I think we would have discussed this before.
Yeah, you certainly can do. Yeah.
Is the grounds around the gate? Is it stone, like stone?
Yeah.
Okay. That's out.
How tall is the?
15 feet. Like, if someone just wants to try and make an athletics check to climb it and lower a rope down, that is a possibility.
Well, I mean, could we not throw a rope over?
Yeah, but then we wouldn't know what was on the other side. If you throw a rope over, then just as the guard sees it and goes, "Oi."
See, if I wasn't casting invisibility on myself, I could cast fly on myself.
I mean, I can cast. If we want to see and bring a rope up, I can cast spider climb on myself.
Ooh.
So I'm maintaining concentration on Pass Without Trace because it is a concentration spell.
Yeah.
Just so everyone's aware.
Okay, so I can do because you've got the invisibility, which is concentration.
Yep.
I can do spider climb, which is concentration. That lasts for an hour.
Handy thing to have.
Yeah.
So the order is spider climb, invisibility, that way around, because that way you can maintain it.
Yeah.
So
Is our objective pure stealth, or is it like commando style? If we see guards, we take them out. Like,
Pure-
are we deliberately avoiding?
We're pure stealth unless we get caught.
yeah,
If we get caught,
we don't want
everyone-
anyone to know we were ever here.
Everyone needs to
Okay.
die if they see us.
Yes.
Okay.
So if I cast that, so I literally just climb up.
Yeah, you walk up the side full like.
Yeah.
Invisible.
And I'll
And
take.
you're invisible. Roll me. Actually, don't even roll perception. You can see what's on the other side. As you look over, the grounds seem to be abandoned.
Okay. So I will. I'll take the rope out and throw it down. Are there like railings or something that I can attach?
You can certainly find something on the other side to tie off to. Yeah, like a tree or like a.
And because I'm not the weightiest,
Yeah, absolutely.
I will be pulled back over.
Athletics checks in that case from the rest of the.
With advantage because rope.
Yes, please.
17.
You're shooting for like a 12.
Actually, no, sorry, not 17. 21.
16.
Yep.
6. I rolled a 4 and a 5 on the dice.
Legit, what it costs you is time.
Yep.
Of hauling up, like the sort of the tree that Misty is tied off to as you're the last person up gives way a little bit, hooks up sort of onto the next set of branches. It's got a flexible tree, and you find yourself boom, down, and everyone just goes silent, waiting for the alarm bell to sound.
Behind the tree, yeah.
And this beat. You can now see inside the grounds. Part of it is like a gravel pathway. Part of it is like actual lawn, which is such an extravagance in this place as to be undescribable. But you look around, the gravel pathways are still, coated in that sort of gleaming film of water. You make your way over to the house. You can see there truly appears to be no one here. On the wisdom saving throw against Josiah's taunting, which he rolled fine at. He rolled a 16, which is fine.
Yeah, respectable.
On the wisdom saving throw against that, Lady Chambers rolled a natural 1.
Ah!
Oh no!
Wow.
This place seems to be utterly abandoned. Every guard, every houseboy who can hold a potato peeler has been sent to war against Josiah Kincaid. How are you
Killed your man, lols.
How are you trying to get into the building? Which sort of there's like the main entrance, is sort of like the scullery door, servants' quarters. There's various it appears to be like closed doors, closed windows, but yeah.
So, what doors are towards the east wing?
There is a servants' entrance there.
I mean, that's perfect. Servants would go in and out all the time.
Yep.
So
Let's go in there.
Cool. Yeah, holding
We
that
want
20.
I think we want to get Augustine to check for traps
Mhm.
and pick the locks.
Yep.
Yeah.
There is certainly locked if you could roll a Thieves' Tools check.
What is that?
Dex plus Prof if you have it.
As a rogue, you should have it, I think. Oh no, it's a choice. I've got it if you don't.
I'm pretty sure.
18.
18. That's exactly what you needed. Quite a tricky lock. Not like it's sort of a very well-made, well-crafted, expensive lock, but you do eventually. This is just the door to the servants' quarters, so it's an external door. It does have a chunky lock on. As you step in, you get just the sense of real predatory intrusion of walking around a house that is completely still and empty. You are aware that time is very much of the essence, however.
Yeah, we're going
Quickly.
So you know the vector you're going on. You don't necessarily know how to get there.
It won't be in the servants' quarters. It'll be somewhere secure in of itself.
We do a quick device ping. Anything?
Same location.
Okay. So that's a 30 foot?
well,
What's
would
the-
Oh, that's a good point. You're probably not near enough to it to.
wait, but wouldn't what's the lady?
Georgia drew us a map.
She will have
would know
drawn
where
your.
the entrance was.
Yes, so you're heading into. So if you go through the servants' quarters, that opens up into like the main sort of big atrium with the big stairs leading up. So you go like scullery, kitchen, like one door off to the dining room, another door off to the main sort of atrium. Off to the left, there is a room into like a study. She knows that is where the entrance is. She doesn't know sort of how particularly it is accessed.
We are closing doors behind us as well, making
Very
sure that
good.
we
Yeah,
leave
leave no
that
trace.
Yeah,
we
leave no
pass that trace.
Yes.
Yeah,
Pass
relock
without
doors
trace.
and
Say again?
relock the door.
Yep, sure.
Cool.
Yeah, you can see as you step through the kitchen, you can see that there are some servants who have been left here. Can I get a perception check from yourself?
28.
It looks like these people have, honest to God, just all the mean people are gone. I'm gonna have a nap. Like they are fully asleep on the
Just having a sleep.
yeah, just have on like the sackcloth cot beds.
Yeah.
On that 28, you can see that all of them bear the marks of repeated feeding.
Yeah.
And
The kitchen staff are the food.
In some ways.
in some ways, sometimes. You step through, you head through into that little study. The study looks completely as you would expect it to. It's not quite the size of Lady Chambers' study upstairs where you met her that time. It's sort of mahogany panelled, very sort of old world boardroom kind of thing. Like big thick rugs on the floors, like stained glass window, big heavy curtains that act as good insulators against cold or hot. Yeah, you know what's here. You just don't know where it is. So I'm going to say, can I get an investigation check, everybody?
$22.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Only 21.
22, 21,
5.
5. Cool. Take the 21 on the group check. Yeah, you are registering more sort of local devices on your data pad. And Will, you grab the big thick rug and just pull it aside. There is like a hatch set into the floor. It looks technological, probably artificer tech rather than precursor. It appears to be, it's not quite like a keypad, but that kind of, it's probably like a palm scanner kind of thing for you to be able to get in and out. Does anyone have hacker's tools?
Yes.
This would be the germane time for hacker's tools.
Yes, I was just double checking. So that's 15 on the dice. So it's
Int plus prof.
so 23.
That'll do it. Yeah. It's again, each second that goes by seems like it's taking way too long. but it is only the matter of maybe 3 or 4 minutes for you to interface with this thing, sort of lever out. I mean, it's recruiting you a little bit to sort of lever the wires out to get the right place to sort of splice in your crystal feeds in there. And the hatch slides across, and you can see again, artificer kind of metal shaft rather than precursor, but leading straight downwards.
Perfect.
In, shut the door behind us, roll over the
How are
floor.
we going to get the rug back across?
Any of you have a mage hand or something?
Could we? How does the hatch open?
Vertically, yeah. Horizontally even.
So why don't we just put the rug on the end, and then as it comes across, it pulls it across.
That seems sneaky. I'm going to ask for a thieves' tools check on that one.
My suggestion was going to be we put the rug across as it should be and just hold it up with a stick, and then as it closes across, just whoop, yeah.
I'm still going to say a thieves' tools check, weirdly, if anyone wants to make one of those.
Do you want to do that? And I can give you advantage
Yeah,
by helping
that works.
with a stick.
21.
There you go. Plan works perfectly.
Nothing.
As described, yeah. You are standing in, this very much a bunker, but a much more clinical one than Beauregard Lafontaine's little sort of party pad. There is a big piece of machinery, and obviously precursor machinery in the middle. Sort of 2 like upright poles, sort of coming straight out of the floor. Again, clearly they've been installed. These aren't originating here. This doesn't fit with the rest of the aesthetic. There's a big computer bank. You're familiar with the kind of like the slate that brings up the hollow screen an inch or so above it. What would you like to do?
Check for
Is there any kind of observation stuff in
Yes.
here?
Roll me technology. There are gradations of success here. 15, 20, 25.
Lily,
24.
24?
Lily's just listening out for people above us.
17.
17. There's no cameras, certainly. And you can see that the device pops up in your datapad exactly as it did before. Like the computer itself is unsecured. Like, it's not like you have to worry about people getting hold of your password when one computer exists in the world and it's in your house. And everyone in your house is hypnotically controlled by you. But yeah,
I guess if it's time, then we'll turn
Can-
it on.
Can we turn on the computer, not the portal?
yeah, you'll have to do one to do the other. Yeah.
We'll turn the computer on. Does it just turn on?
Zonal systems, but in precursor.
Is there a log?
Could I get that technology check again from you two with advantage?
Because doesn't the log
Give
read daily?
one of them
That's
guidance as well.
21.
23.
I was going to give it to Rich, so
Cool. Yeah, roll a d4.
What's it, 24 now.
24 again. Yeah, there is a log there. You can see that the log registers various trips back and forth. From here, one in the last couple of days.
So it does go past the reset. It's not
Yes,
past the
it does.
Okay.
Again, that 24 is good enough. I think you would know this isn't necessarily a Martel technology. It is definitely precursor, but might not be part. Like
That's
this
like
confirms Misty's suspicion earlier. This might not have originally come from Sci-5.
Yeah.
You can see the log. You can see the log of the log. You can see that the. So these are the times when the portal's turned on or off. There's one a couple of days ago. It doesn't keep a track of who went which way though. You can also see that the security log was accessed on the day that you were here.
Mm-hmm.
When we turned it on, but no one came through.
Yes.
They checked.
What does it associate my access to it with? Is it okay?
There's it just basically is like a time and date stamp.
Okay.
There are,
But no user.
there are two things that I think we should do here. One is to set it up so that it automatically deletes the next log of people going through.
That's going to be a hacker's check for sure.
The second thing is to scroll back to about 4 years ago and see if there was a pair of people that went through it in either direction.
A pair of parental figures, one might say.
One might say that, yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's a hacker's check for the log deletion, and then a technology check from anyone who wants to get on board with that.
I'll do a technology check. That's cocked
I think
because
better
assumes
off.
that would have been 22.
Giving guidance to you.
Yeah.
Actually, the hacker's tool is probably better, so I'll give the guidance to you.
Yeah.
So,
What? Is it
D4.
D4?
You're shooting for a 15 on that one.
13 on scrolling back.
It doesn't keep track of the number of people that went through. It controls, it's binary, it was activated, it's on at this point, and then it's off, and then it's on at this point, kind of thing. Are there any around those dates? I think the log starts after
Okay.
4 years ago. There are older dates, but they're not within this epoch.
yeah.
It jumps from real old to...
It goes like
after the-
27,512 3 years ago. Yeah. Hacker's check.
11.
Even with guidance.
I rolled a 2 on the D20 and a 1 on the guidance dice.
Nice.
Does anyone did you have hackers tools proficiency?
I think what you're coming up against is
Can Leviathan grant advantage? If she's not doing anything else at the moment.
I'll allow that one. Yeah, give me a re-roll of that check.
Because I'm trying to program in a whole new language, effectively.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah.
That is much better. That's 13 on the dice, plus 8, so 21, 22.
Yeah, Leviathan is doing precisely that, like running translation programs for you and offering up bits of software from her archives that are what you need. So you were trying to play the piano with fists.
Yeah, I'm effectively trying to create a scheduled task, so it'll delete the log entry, and can I also do it that it shuts down the equipment after we've gone through?
Most certainly. Yeah.
So, because if the log's gone but the portal's active, they're going to know. So,
Yeah, for
Just
sure.
returning it to the state we found it
yes,
in.
exactly.
Cool.
2 things from me. So the logs themselves don't have number of people. Is there any way to infer it through power usage?
Ooh. Does it take more power to send 2 people than 1?
Highs or lows?
Ice.
That's very unhelpful. I'm going to roll again. There is no way to tell.
Okay. And secondly, you said that, hey, there's a unsecured system. It's not like anyone in the vicinity. Could I make it a secured system but logged in as my user ID?
You want to password protect their teleport time?
But leave it open so they come along and they can use it still, but then at a
But
moment's
we're going to
notice
be
I can
turning it
just
off.
lock my account.
You want to add a remote access kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's going to take more time
Okay.
than if you just want to crash. If you want to set the system to crash after you,
Because we want them to come through
We
at some
want them
point.
to come through.
you do want. If your plan is to activate the defenses with the
Yeah.
bioprint from Josiah, then
Yeah.
that's going to take. It might not be much more time. It might be that's a couple of hours work, but a couple of hours
Not
you
more
don't
than
know
we're
if you
comfortable
have.
with having.
Yeah.
That is your decision about whether you're comfortable with it. I'm just giving you that information.
Josiah's going to cause some trouble, but he's not going to be coupled there for a couple of hours.
Would I know
Yes, he
whether
would.
it was possible to do this from the other side?
You don't know.
We'll see when we get
Can
there.
I infer that it definitely wouldn't be possible if the teleporters were off?
Well, we weren't able to make a connection to the side until the portal was on.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So if our idea is to not be caught, we'd have to switch the teleporter off, which means you definitely wouldn't be able to link into the...
Yeah.
We need to be gone We kind of be dilly and dallying around.
Yeah, I
That's cool.
think that's it. Then.
Cool. Fire up the teleportation.
Mhm.
Yep.
You see there's this sort of like a Jacob's ladder effect between the two metal poles, and this sort of green.
We'll have also hidden beforehand.
You would have roll a stealth check. That
Still
might
with the-
prove to be smart.
Still with a +10.
I'm going to be going for individual checks here as well. Hey, buddy.
You're still rolling flat, by the way, because you have invisibility, so.
Yeah. Can't roll worse than that. I do have.
Destiny point, right?
Destiny point.
No, I haven't achieved any goals recently, but I do have the inspiration from the perfect clapped, and I feel now might be the time to use that.
Mine is a 16.
16.
But I'm chosen. I want to use my destiny point.
I don't think I'll beat Rich, but I'm
I was
very
going to say,
happy.
after you, sir,
31.
36.
19.
I will stick with the 16.
You're going to stick on a 16. That's
I'm
fine.
adding 21 to my die.
I think me and you were hidden in front of the portal. These two are in
Could I
the
also
freaking
describe
corners.
where are you guys hiding physically? Like 36, you can stand in the corner in the shadow and just pull your hat down. Like you guys, especially, where are you guys physically? Like you've got portal is there, machinery is off to the side, hatch ladder coming down here.
Well, they're still invisible.
I'm still.
Yeah, we're still
You're
invisible.
still invisible. 36.
31.
Wait, hold on. Does the pass without trace still active?
Yeah.
+10,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, sorry, 29 on myself. Sorry. And
So we have invisible 36, 31.
Yep.
I'm going to describe to you what you see.
Go.
can I hide on the ceiling?
Okay, you guys
Yes,
Spider
you
climb.
can. Oh, yes, you can. And in fact, I like that so much. I'm going to give you your inspiration
invisible, upside down.
down on the ceiling. Can I have a matchmaker, please?
Unless a
To
dragon,
celebrate.
a literal dragon with true sight comes through, you are fine.
This green sort of warp portal appears, and then as a perfect geometric square is cut through space, you can see the room on the other side opens. You can see 3 figures in there surrounding a computer console. They look to be dressed in exactly the same garb as the guards.
Alright.
And in fact, these could be the same guards. They all kind of look the same. They're weirdly sort of clone army-y.
Yep.
They look through and see nothing. You guys have the full drop on them if you want to try and attack them.
Are they look like they're going to step through the portal and have an investigation? Like they
Insight. And I know what you like, so I know what your answer's going to be. Yeah,
28.
yeah, that's fine. They have the look of someone who has seen this portal activate seemingly by itself once time before, and it was weird and nothing happened. You can see the guy sort of going to, they are conferring. Does anyone speak Travoldian?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
You can hear a vague conversation of it's happened again. Oh, just shut it off. And the guy sort of walks over to begin that process of shutting it off, but he's taking his time. You have
Oh, from his side.
from his side.
How many are there?
3. Can I?
We have to, right?
I want. Okay,
We've
so
got
this.
a bum rush,
So I've got
right?
right. I'm gonna say, I'd really like one or two of them to come through, and you shut the portal when they're halfway.
It's going to be difficult to get you guys through to be on the other side without them noticing. The stealth
No, I
checks.
mean them to come through, and when they get about halfway, when they're in between the 2 portals, the portal shuts and slices them in half.
As much as I'd like that, they are actively turning it off. The only way to encourage them to investigate would be to make ourselves known, at which point
You lose the
we
drop.
lose the drop.
Plus, also, that would probably make a mess in this room.
Possibly.
That's true.
So
it would be very obvious if half a guy was in here.
And even if we open it through,
Especially if it's the front half. That's really not the other half you want. You get, like, a top and bottom half would be bad. The front? Decide amongst yourselves, I'm just going to have a wait.
plus, even if we did open it back up again and drag them through, unless someone's got prestidigitation, there's still a fuckload of blood to clean up as well, which would have gone everywhere, including behind the portal.
Yeah, I
Because
do.
you don't want to be back there cleaning.
Yeah, I mean, I do have prestidigitation, and I know it's a magical spell, but I don't think it's that good. Like,
Especially as vampire trained to know the scent of blood.
Yeah,
Probably be very sensible. Even if we cleaned it up as like trace them out, to be like, blood was spilled here, none of them.
I'm kind of tempted just to.
Rush.
Yeah, well, I'm going to shoot the one that's going
So-
for the console in the head.
So can I kind of... We got the
We
ear
got the
things.
earpieces.
Yeah.
So I would say give me 2 rounds and I'll try and take one out immediately. Then you guys follow me up. So I'm going to do...
I don't know if we've got 2 rounds.
I think we've got 2 rounds. I think 12 seconds for them to try and do the thing.
I mean, worst case scenario, we just switch it back on, right?
Yeah, we just turn it back on. So in the first round, I'm going to mark one of them as marked for death, which will double the damage on them. The second round, I'm going to do Guiding Bolt at 3rd level, which is 66 times 2. If I get a crit, that's a dead guard. There is no surviving that.
Wouldn't we just wait one round and then you do it? We all attack on the second round.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like the first round I need to just set it up so to turn it on, because that's undetectable.
Okay,
That marks the
question,
death.
Joe.
Yes!
This guy's walking over to turn it off.
Yeah.
Does it look like he's taking enough time that Lily could get 2 rounds off? If the first if the first round is undetectable,
Yeah, because I'm going to mark them for death.
Alright, if there is no discernible quality to the first round, that is your full limit at 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So then, mark for death. The second round comes around, and then Guiding Bolt.
Got a book. Could you all roll initiative? And can I have a pencil?
oh god damn it, really?
Not gonna lie, you guys have played this one smart. I don't know why I'd expected anything different.
14, and I'm
There you go.
You got enough room?
Is that 14, yeah?
I'm okay. And that's okay. Just me being clumsy.
Was there anything
No.
important? No?
Doesn't seem to be broken.
Logan doesn't use this, so I should probably move it somewhere else.
Why have I only got 4 songs in here?
Because you keep forgetting to put in combat music.
No, I have more songs in here because they've been available for other things.
Oh, are they in a folder?
Yeah, maybe. Ah, there we go.
No, we don't feel like this is the whatchamacallit. This isn't the boss fight, is it?
No.
Can be. It depends how long you want to stay in this room.
Because I've the thing that I can do in advance is like once per short rest thing.
Initiatives.
No, I don't think we've got a short rest in us
8.
because
So,
as soon as we take these ones down,
We're going to have to move quickly just in case.
21. Is the portal like
3.
as if you were physically next to the 2 rooms, or is it like a haze or a...
It appears to be a full rip-in space, like the interior of a portal.
Cool, okay.
Is that 14 from you, Lily?
Oh my god.
The scythe.
The sign!
He's trying to kill me.
Do you want to hold on to the side whilst
No.
you're playing Lily?
14 for me. So. I should have brought more d6s.
That's fine. I got a bag.
That's fine.
I got a
for
Charmander.
I should have thought better about how this fight was going to go, because I didn't produce any battle maps of you being on one side and them being on the other side. And I
I
realized
mean, we're going to be all on the other side.
Very,
very
quickly.
shortly, yeah.
Especially with-
What's your dex mod, please?
5.
+5.
That's 5.
Excellent.
20. Max.
Cool. Okay. So surprise round goes off. You're doing guiding bolt.
Yep.
There are 3 seemingly similar vampire spawn. One of them is at the controls. 2 of them appear to be standing either side of the door, going off to the right.
Lily will target the one with the controls.
Go.
So, at advantage.
Yeah.
Could I have held my action?
You get an action for a surprise round. So yeah, like if you want to go after Lily for the when the guiding bolt goes off.
I'll have my sword ready.
Yeah.
That will be
And after the guiding bolt moves off, yes, I would like to.
19 to hit.
Hits.
Cool. So this is the one that's marked, so it's 66 times 2.
Neat.
7. Oops. 7
Right
plus
there.
5 is
12.
12.
Plus.
13.
Yeah.
13 plus 6,
19.
19 times 2.
So that's 38.
38 damage, 38 radiant.
Yeah. This rocketing radiant energy blasts out, catches the vampire spawn sort of in the like side of the pectoral, just under the armpit, and hurts it very dearly. As you can hear the sort of dong dong of like a funerary bell as it hits in midair, just ethereally in the air. Anything? So on surprise round.
Yeah. So. So. She'll have to carefully pull out some ingredients and then kind of let gravity do some of the work as she projects.
Oh yeah, it's from the roof.
Yes. Like this greenish, foul-smelling kind of powder that somehow appears to be getting liquidy as it comes out of its casing.
Excellent.
So... never mind. Because that's a nat 1 to hit.
With advantage?
Oh, is it advantage?
You're
You're
invisible.
invisible.
Can't see you.
Oh, yes. 21 to hit.
21 hits. Is this the same one?
Yeah, this is Ray of Sickness.
Yep.
So, can they make a con save, please?
A con save. 10 on the die. What's your spell save DC?
16.
Fails.
So, they only take 3 poison damage, because I rolled garbage.
Yep.
But they are poisoned until the end of the next set. The one that Lily targeted, was he dead? Sorry.
No, he's not dead. I didn't get a crit.
So I'll target the same one.
Yeah, that's fine.
Um,
So that one is now. What does poison look like for a vampire? Because I don't think it's immune to poison. Yeah, it sort of like the real rot that should be there in this body for by now sort of starts to overtake it from where the spell hits it. Will and Augustine,
I think I'd like to rush in.
go for it. I'm going to move
You are also
yours.
invisible.
I am also invisible, yes.
Yep.
Although not for much longer. Actually, Misty is no longer invisible because she cast a spell.
That's true.
Is that Game Master
Yes, this is
you're
Game
logged
Master.
into?
Can, out of curiosity, if I'm concentrating on a spell, can
Can
I
you
cast
see
a different
that?
spell?
You can,
Yeah.
but it's been, yeah, I can see. Yep.
Yeah, so you've arrived there on this sort of teleportation pad looking thing. That should be closed. Yeah, cool. So you've arrived there, you can see this is the bloke at the console, and then you've got the other two either side of that door going off to the right.
Who's that? That's me.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I'm going to go there,
Yeah,
and I'm going to take a swing.
go.
And because I'm invisible, this first
Add
attack is
advantage.
at advantage. One of those was a natural 1. The other one was not. Becomes a total of 18.
That is a hit. Do your attacks count as magical?
They do.
Excellent.
So there's an 8 plus 6 for 14. plus.
Yep.
So that's 14 magical slashing damage.
Excellent.
Plus. How much is machine strike?
1d8.
Oh, yep, okay. Plus 3 lightning damage.
Excellent. You carve into this thing, sort of the like little retro jets forming on your to give you the power, the extra swing from machine strike. The active camo disengages, and you are face to face with two of these spawn. Second attack.
2 of them, as in, is the first one down? Or do you mean the 2 in
The two who you are in melee with, yeah.
Okay, second attack against the same one if he's still up.
He is.
Okay, no longer with advantage, or is it because he's surprised?
It's no longer an advantage, yeah.
No longer at advantage. Okay. God damn it, William. 13.
Not a hit, I'm afraid, yeah. It sort of has enough wherewithal to just bring the spear up to counter the second strike.
Oh, damn. No, I probably wouldn't be able to split that anyway.
Anything else on your turn?
That... Just double check if I've got any bonus actions. No, that is it for now.
Augustine?
So this is the one that's taken the most damage so far?
The one central, yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you want to get to?
Other side of him.
You certainly can, yeah.
Yeah, we tackle.
Go for it. And your attacks are stanky and magical, I believe.
Yes.
I forgot about Stanky.
Yeah.
23 to hit.
That is a hit.
How wounded is this guy looking?
Not good.
Not good for him or not good for us?
After that, very much not good. After just the amount of sound that came out there.
21 damage.
Okay. Death's Door. This hewing strike like, through the clavicle, the burn and the poison from the radiant and the poison spray, and then this is just a full jank to the side just at the last moment for the strike to go through the shoulder rather than through the heart. Catastrophically damaged this man, or former man, as I should say. That takes us into proper initiative rounds, I believe. Is that everything else?
So I have the ability to regain 1 moment.
If you sneak attack.
If I sneak attack. I don't need to.
Yeah.
But can I confer the disadvantage on its next attack still without if I don't siphon that moment?
Yeah, absolutely.
Then
Yeah. Like so you have that effect, and you gain a moment, but you're already at capacity, so just yeah. So that one has disadvantage.
Next attack roll or ability check is made with disadvantage.
Excellent.
Oh, what, on that guy?
The one I attacked.
Yeah.
He's already got that anyway.
He
so-
got disadvantage from poisoned, but it can't hurt.
Yeah, he's double.
It doesn't cost you anything. It's just to make it a shitty day for him.
He's double disadvantage.
He feels sick.
He rolled a
and
nat
slow.
20 on initiative, so is going first.
Ooh.
But we'll be rolling a claw, I think, on Augustine, and we'll see what happens. Augustine, 16 to hit.
Is that with disadvantage?
That is with disadvantage.
Okay, cool.
Miss. Clutch. Okay. In that case, he's going to make another claw attack. That's a natural 20, which is taken down to another 16.
Miss.
3 of those were 10s. The other one was a crit. So throws its spears like the full jaw, like distending, the fangs coming out, like the anglerfish style fangs coming out, and just trying to grab hold of you to get a purchase on you so it can sink its fangs in, and you just calmly sort of, oh no. That is your turn.
Oh.
Yeah, you roll second highest.
Let's do it again.
You have advantage because of flanking.
That would be a 20.
Yeah. What's your minimum?
My minimum?
Yeah. Is it more than 3?
It's like 15.
Yeah.
No.
You do a full sword cane out, full pirouette pivot and stop thrust, entering at the bridge of the nose and 2 feet of steel out the back of the head. This one drops down to the ground.
10 was my minimum.
10 was your minimum. Excellent. Good to know. We'll put a nice hefty line through that guy.
It's a good sound.
The guy at the top, it is his go next. I need to delete that.
Substantially more than 10.
Delete him. The guy at the top is going to do exactly the same. That's not going to hit. That's even less. So it's going to do the second claw. That is going to hit for a crit.
No crits.
Sentinel of Death's Door, perhaps?
Yeah.
That cold wind, that cold, disapproving wind, through this deep underground facility where you know you are, blows by, and you feel almost like a sort of steadying hand on your shoulder as this does hit you, but your life force is reinforced by inevitable fact.
That's a beautiful phrase.
Thank you. I thought it was rather good. I'm going to give myself inspiration. No, wait!
No, give Rich the inspiration.
It
For being
is
part of it.
is going to grapple you. And you take 10 points of slashing damage.
I will use Uncanny Dodge.
Yep, to halve it.
Number 1!
Number one. Yep, very good. Excellent. Okay. That is its turn. That's 2 actions. Lillian.
Alright, I need to get through. How close?
You'll appear on that dot, basically.
Next
Okay.
one.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do you want to head through?
Yeah.
I will put you on the map.
Uh,
You're going to put it there.
and the second I'm through, I will cast Spiritual Weapon.
Very good.
Have it appear here.
I'm just going to put this ooze on as the... does that put a guy in?
Yeah.
Of
Cool.
course.
We could grab a spiritual weapon from the box.
You know what? I could. Is it this one? Yes.
So, the sight appears in the air.
Can you pop that on the switch weapon, please?
Yeah, of course.
I'm actually just going to get you guys.
Did you want it there or did you want it there?
There's fine, because then I can attack from both sides and it's fine. Because it can't confer like flanking. Or
Can't cover
anything like
flanking, yeah.
that. So,
Okay.
Do you want to put you guys on where you are, and I'll grab you some undead? No, I should grab you some guys.
he's got to wait.
I'm not on yet.
Oh, yeah. There.
I mean, yeah. That is going to be my next.
Well, I need to move off the teleporter then. So,
Well, no, because how high is the teleporter?
Yeah. Does the portal go up to the roof?
I think you mean hi, how is the teleporter?
Joe, does the portal go up to the roof?
You have no idea.
interesting.
No. I mean on my side.
Oh, not does it go to a roof level? Is it physically in the... It does not reach the roof, no.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. Completely misunderstood what you were saying there.
It's not usual that one is on the ceiling and asking if they can enter the top part of the portal.
You will need to drop down in order to go through, yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Do you want a Misty on there as well?
We've got Misty.
Oh, you got a Misty, okay. I see what you're doing there. Yeah, very good. Lillian, spiritual weapon.
Spiritual weapon. So it will attack the one that's next to Augustine.
So that's number 2, yeah.
18 to hit.
Hits.
Okay, so that is a D8. Yeah, we'll just do it second level. 7 points of damage.
Cool.
We need to make sure we can cast that. Cool. And then my own regular mace hit in the face.
Very good. Is this a magical
Face
mace?
mace.
No, it is not.
Cool.
17 plus.
That's a hit.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, real, just raw fury at this point, driving this mace into this poor gentleman's
Yep.
face.
So 7 plus. I don't think I have a strength bonus. I so rarely use this. 8. So 8 total damage.
Cool. Yeah, as you're used to, doesn't do quite as much as you was expecting it to, but every little helps. 4 would have been the difference between the last one going down and not.
Yep.
Everything on your turn?
Yep.
Cool. The one next to William then is going to, I think, back one. No, Lillian's right there, so it's not going to do any difference. I think he is going to actually move 1 step that way.
This way?
Yeah.
Bear in mind, Lillian's not there anymore.
Yeah, she's up there in the corner.
Oh, okay. In that case, yes, he will move around that way. The other side
So
of
if
Will.
I just delete this
Dwell-
Lillian,
Dwelling is.
Onto the space where Lillian is currently.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
William. God, that's pants. That will hit. Okay. He's going to grapple you. And you take 8 points of piercing, 8 points of slashing damage as this thing grabs into you, again, preparing when it can to take a big bite. That is its turn, though, which takes us to Misty.
So if something's grappling,
Yeah.
can it still trigger opportunity attack? So if I come through the portal and then move away, will I trigger an opportunity attack from him, or does that not count if he's grappling?
Yeah, it does.
He will. He has a free hand, so we'll be able to claw you.
cool.
Yeah.
And presumably he is actually within 5 feet of the portal.
Yes.
Okay. I guess.
Like it's quite a melee in there at this point. There's not a lot of
That's-
room to scooch through.
No, that's fine.
If you take the disengage action, you can get through, but then you can't do anything
Yeah,
else.
my question, and we probably should have discussed this beforehand, so I'll allow the DM to decide this, is when we created that scheduled task, basically, do I have to get through this round? Will we have configured it so we all go through at the same time? Because once it registers...
It's a classic time to say, do you like highs or lows?
I'm going to go
I
high.
thought we said as soon as it turned off, rather than.
No, because it turned it off itself. Because it deleted the logs and then closes the portal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't close it from that side.
What would you like to happen in this instance? It to just close as soon as you come through.
Yeah, so because we wouldn't have had enough time, it probably would have had a time limit. If you're feeling generous,
With the roll I made, I'm not.
in that case, we would have had 1, maybe 2 rounds to get. We would have all gone through together.
I think with that extra round you took to set up the part of the grave, you've got to be through.
Yeah.
You've got to be through
That's-
now, otherwise it's going to close.
That's fine. How high is the ceiling in the current room that I'm in?
8 feet.
Okay, cool. So yeah,
You can just like flip around. And...
yeah. So it's 10 feet to the portal.
Yeah. So
No
that's
one,
your...
no one is going to complain if you disengage.
As you, with that, like when you said that you liked highs, that was not a good time for you. As you come through, you just feel like a whisker of hair just...
As I suddenly realised that maybe I should have spent more than 6 seconds coding the scheduled task. But a note for later. Can I cast? I can cast spells within melee range.
Yeah.
Right. So
If you move there, there's just enough room.
You could have even been casting a spell as you were walking forward.
Yeah.
And when you got into melee, it's fine.
yeah.
Yeah,
so-
you can split actions any way you want.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna do the same again. So ray of sickness to infer
Is that on the one that's been damaged or the one that is still pristine?
that one. I don't.
That
know.
one, that's the not damaged yet, the one that's fighting will.
That's fine because it then infers a disadvantage.
Yeah, that's
which is more what I'm after.
Go nuts. You want a con save?
I need to know if I've hit first.
Fails con save.
19 to hit.
That's certainly a hit.
So- because it's a spell, I don't get advantage. Cool. Okay, so yeah, now I need the con save.
Fails.
Oh, okay, cool. So
One away.
It's now poisoned.
Mm-hmm.
And it will immediately take 13 points of poison damage.
Very nice.
Cool. Yeah.
It
is poisoned until the end of its next
next turn.
No, poisoned until the end of my next
Your
turn.
next turn.
Apologies. Yeah.
That's fine. Everything on your turn?
Yes.
Guillaume.
Okay, so my blade is crackling with electricity.
Oh, yes it is.
And then I'm going to, because I'm no longer invisible,
Yeah.
I am going to cast Spirit Shroud
Yeah.
so that I believe this can do Radiant. Yes, it can.
Cool.
So,
This-
so I've got lightning, and I also have like a holy glow around the blade as well.
Excellent. Yeah, this sort of weird point defense system, like these little sort of nodule like orbs, just phase out of, like bleed out of Will's skin, form this net around you with this glow, I assume you're going to be taking some attacks?
I am going to take 2.
Very nice.
I believe that being grappled does not impose
Grappled, you're not
disadvantage.
restrained. Yeah.
Yes, so I'm going to make 2 attacks, both at advantage, against the one that's grappling me.
Yeah.
Well, that's a 16 plus
Hits.
9. Yeah, 25 to hit. We'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll roll the second attack while I've got the dice out anyway.
Go for it.
That is a 16 to hit.
Meets it, beats it.
Nice.
Lovely.
Yeah. I think someone rolled a 15. Yeah.
Okay, so this is...
Stack it up. Usual 10:30. Yeah. Sweet.
Okay, so that's 7 plus 6 for 13. 14... It's 20 slashing damage.
20 slashing damage.
Oh, come on. 7 lightning damage.
Yep.
And I believe Spirit Shroud is also a d8.
That sounds right. If that's what you got.
I will double check. Yes, it is. So another 2d8. 5. So that's 8 radiant damage.
Perfect. You sense that's not on his to-do list. Having radiant damage is not. It's not the one. Yeah. Sweet. Yeah. Goes from lightly injured to heavily injured in the one turn. That was Will. Augustine.
Grapple means I just can't move, right?
Your movement speed is 0 until you take some kind of action to escape from it. If you just want to escape the grapple, it's an athletics check. It confers no disadvantage on attack.
Sweet. And because it's a stealth attack, I don't need to be flanking. I just need to be within 5 feet of.
One other enemy needs to be within 5 feet of it. Yes, so you can sneak attack on this.
I can sneak attack, but I can't get advantage because it's.
That's correct.
Yeah, you're not in the right
Does
position.
the spiritual weapon convey I can move into that space?
You could move into that space, yes.
To gain flanking?
But you
then
can't
I'd
move
have-
because you're grappled.
The speed is 0.
Is it a action to escape the
It'd be an action to make a contested athletics check or
Oh,
acrobatics check to
yeah.
get escape.
So you're getting a sneak attack against a thing that is grappling you.
Yep.
Yeah,
Because
because,
Lily's
because,
there going,
because Lily is hitting it in the head with a mace from behind, and as it goes, "Oi, stop that!" Stab.
Yeah.
Because if he lets his guard down against me.
Yeah.
then Lily
No.
will. So,
I just love the wording of that.
Yeah,
no, it's great. It's great.
Grapple.
Like, there's been a lot of conversation about attacking during the era of 5th edition. Like, cheap shot is another one I've heard.
Oh yeah.
16.
Meets it, beats it.
Woo! Nice.
Yeah. Their leather armor is kind of academic because their natural armor is... Their leather armor is more of a uniform because they would get a 14 from their leather armor and the dex, but a 16 as their natural armor is higher.
26.
Hits. Oh, damage.
That's damage.
Shit me. Yeah, cool. Lovely.
I will regain my moment,
Yep.
and I will also convey
Disadvantage.
Yeah.
Perfect. Or, I'm liking seeing the subclass used.
Yes.
Okay, so it is, I think, the one who you just attacked turn.
Yep. Makes sense.
Are you grappled?
Yeah, I didn't escape it.
Ooh.
You know what we're not using?
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage, yeah.
It's not going to hit anyway. I didn't bother.
Okay.
But
But you know what we haven't used? The initiative tokens. The lunchbox over there.
Yeah. It's a 14 to hit with its bite. You sense that would have been bad if it had got the bite off, but only one of its attacks can be a bite. So, Jesus tits. Mike, could you take a look at my d20 there for me?
Is that a natural 1
Oof.
or a natural 20?
1.
Does that mean he loses the grapple?
No. I say you're still grappled. It just attempts to claw further in, but you got leather armor or
I got the Dorilus armor.
You got Dorilus armor. Perfect. Yeah. As it tries to rip in deeper, its fingers catch in. Like Kevlar catches a bullet. It just can't get. It's caught in the threads and can't rip deeper. That's fully its turn. Those doors burst open.
Shit.
Which doors? Sorry.
I will show
Ones that
you.
are about to be
These
flicked.
ones.
The ones that are about to be full of vampire.
So are these ones closed?
Yes,
good.
they should be.
Okay.
Yes. If they are not, that's on me.
That's right.
Bloke appears there. He's not pleased. Spiritual weapon doesn't occupy its space, right?
Correct.
He's going to move on to base with Will.
There?
Left.
There.
There. Yeah. So it
Does
moves,
this guy look tougher than the others?
looks like another guard.
Just another guard, okay.
Yeah.
The word nest does spring to mind.
Just
Yeah.
this guy.
Nest. He's just a weird, cute little guy. So I'm just making sure I'm not running over my cable there. It's fine. I am running over my shirt. That's what's happening.
Okay, I see where I need to be. Okay.
He's not flanking.
Nope.
Nope, there is no flanking there.
That is a pair of fucking threes.
Nope.
Well, there's a pair of threes. Does a pair of threes hit you?
It's
Well,
not
we're not
poker.
playing
Poker, so no.
even in poker, a pair of threes is a pretty rough hand.
Yeah. That is. Forward. That's his whole ass fucking turn, Lillian.
I'm gonna hope we're not gonna be using Pass Without Trace anymore, and I will move to here.
You will have to break in. You will have to provoke to get there.
Move through Augustine Square then there. It's
I'll
tight quarter.
allow it.
Yeah,
I'll allow
the
it.
rules technically allow it.
Yeah, I'll allow it. I'm happy about it.
And
But I'll
then
allow
the
it.
crows begin to ravens begin to appear as I cast Spirit Guardians.
You know those vultures that were hanging around outside?
Oh, they've here.
No, they were the familiars of the other.
The
other death clerics, and what their job was to hold on to all the dynamite 200 feet in the air.
Oh!
Whoa.
Yeah, you might not get a chance to know about that later, so I'll tell you now. Spirit Guardians.
Yep. Spirit
Okay, so
Guardians
that's going to
appears.
be everybody in this fucking room.
Yep. Everybody in the room. Well, everybody in the room.
Yeah,
'cause-
and you've got a bonus.
Yes. So the spiritual weapon will attack that one.
That is the original. Yeah.
Yep.
The one
this
that
guy.
has been damaged by
21 to hit.
21.
Yep.
It's
9 points of damage.
perfect.
It's force damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Looks bloodied, for sure. That was Lily's turn. It's going to go back down to big guy at the bottom.
Make a
So
wisdom saving
The
throw.
one that's attempting to grapple me.
Yes.
He's got disadvantage.
He's got disadvantage. He doesn't have disadvantage on the whiz save. He gets a.
He's a poison though.
Yeah, he's poisoned, so he has disadvantage on saving throws.
Is it saving throws as well? I thought it was. Could you check that? Because that's important.
Hold on.
I think it's attack rolls and skill checks.
Oh, sorry. Yes, a thousand
Fuck me.
apologies. Sorry.
Poisoned was about to be way better than it currently is if
Sorry.
it was saving throws
Poison
too.
creature has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Yeah,
not
that's-
saving throw. No, sorry.
Jesus tits.
That's my newbie.
Yes. So
That's
he
the
is.
super poison.
Mike, can you check my die tray again?
Is that a... Dude, my man.
Was it bad?
It's
It's going to be real bad in a second because I'm about to tell you the damage.
No, sorry. Pass the saving throw.
22.
So 11. This was for attack rolls against Will. This was this guy here. So.
And that's the damage. So right. I'm
Is this the guy who's poisoned? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So that is at disadvantage. A natural 1 on the. He's currently grappling you. Yeah.
Yes, because
Yes.
he hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this one could hit depending on what this disadvantage die is. Fuck me. No, what's your armor class right now?
20.
Shit. Misses. Yeah. Again, trying to claw through.
What's that one for?
That says poisoned.
Yeah.
Were there any other statuses on anyone else?
Disadvantage. It's similar, basically. it's poison
Moment
again.
disadvantage. Yes. Like yeah.
Yeah, I've
Time
not-
stone.
I've not got anything for. I've got no. That's.
So point another poison.
I can use
I
poison.
can take
yeah.
it on and off. It's effectively the same.
Yeah. So again, tries to bite in. Is just blocked. Like the teeth are hitting subdermal plating. The superficial artificial skin on your neck just gives way to Kevlar and metal, and then tries to claw you in, and you catch the claw in the shield.
This one says concentrating, so I can put that
That'll
on
do.
Lily.
Yeah. Thank you.
Sweet. That was
can't go.
his go. Lily
The one that
cast
grappled?
Spirit Guardians. Misty, it is your go.
Tokens for everyone.
There it is.
So, yeah, I will cast.
That just says betraying.
How's the big guy looking?
Not at death's door. Certainly bloodied.
Certainly bloody. I'm going to take a risk that might be finished off when Will gets round to him. So I'm going to try and poison this guy here.
Your man who just arrived.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Um,
I have fucked up. There should have been someone acting before you.
Okay.
I am just going to change their initiative to make it easier for me.
Sure. Okay. Fine. So 28 to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I thought that.
Nat, Mike.
Dude.
It's another nat one.
It's
Another nat one.
Would you like some different dice?
Honestly, I've made my bed and I'm going to lie in it.
So this guy's now poisoned, yeah?
Yeah.
He's now poisoned, and he takes 8 poison damage.
I'm just going to have you watch my rolls from now on just to see what fucking happens.
So, but now, end of your turn, this guy's no longer poisoned.
Yeah, because my hope.
Just moved it. From
Yeah, because you're going to get advantage, so I'm hoping you might do loads of damage.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. We'll find out.
Could you pop this guy next to the spiritual weapon?
Okay,
Yeah.
so as he comes in, he takes 22 points
He
of
does,
damage.
I know. Mike!
Another one?
His movement speed is halved.
Yeah, in this area. The
How?
speed is halved. So
Is it the
this-
same dice every time?
Yeah.
Change the die! Burn it!
These dice have traditionally rolled very well for me, and the gambler's fallacy is in play. Oh fucking hell! To be honest, I'm more doing this as an exercise in statistics because that's the 4th in a row.
Wow.
Wow, okay.
So is going to make disadvantage attacks. No, can't reach him in there. He's going to try and spear Lily, I think, because he's not keen to get further in on that melee and actually can't. Okay, Mike.
Ooh, what does that mean?
That's a natural 20.
There you go.
Cancel the crit. Against myself.
This is why I can't have nice
This
things.
against
How many
myself,
is it?
of fucking course.
Yeah.
How many of those did you get?
5.
Is it like
Hey.
a number or?
You take 10 points of piercing damage.
Does it cost
And
a
it's going
reaction?
to attack you
Yeah,
again.
concentration,
Does it burn a reaction?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought that was another 1. It was a 7. That misses you.
Cool. And I maintain concentration.
Very good. Okay, so that was him arriving. Will, it's your turn.
Blin.
Oh, right. I was supposed to be blinded, but I missed like a D.
This fight could have gone very differently if I wasn't rolling for absolute dog shit.
Yeah.
I mean, any fight could go differently if one side
Yeah.
rolls lots of nat ones. But yeah.
Okay, so
I've got to listen back to how many nat ones. When I do listen back to this one, I'm going to find out how many nat ones this was.
Okay, I'm gonna do the old stabby thing.
Go for it.
With advantage.
Yeah.
Kind of need somebody to get in the way of that of the vampire.
If I can kill this one, he's grappling me. If I can
Yeah.
kill this one, then I can interpose myself.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to die on his turn anyways, probably. But yeah, go for it.
Damn it. That's a 16 to hit.
60 to hit hits. How much damage from this guy arriving on spiritual?
22.
Neat.
I rolled 2 off of maximum.
Yeah, was it so that 877 or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is 11 slashing.
This is Big Chungus who you were attacking before, yeah?
Yes.
Cool.
1 lightning. 1 radiant.
Still up.
Second attack.
Yep. Yeah, you can see the light fading for him.
18.
The hits.
That is another. Oh no! Sorry, this is 13 slashing.
Dead.
Okay.
Yeah, you again. This is another. There's no art to this. You've been watching Will's strikes as they've been mapped out by Leviathan. Previously, Leviathan's not driving right now. The combat protocols. This is Will, with his increased sort of durability and strength, using whole ass cyborg strength to hew this guy down like a tree.
The sword I've got as well is.
He's doing work.
The
Yeah.
sword I've got is chonky.
Yeah. This is a meat. This is a butcher at work in this strike. You just hew him down through, break. You feel 2 or 3 ribs break, and then another 2 or 3, and he just lolls onto the floor. That is your man.
And I'm able to move through your space. You're not grappled or anything.
Yeah, I'm not grappled.
Cool. In that case, I'm going to move through your space and basically give everything advantage against me.
Great.
Because there's
You're in
dude
the
there,
spiritual
dude there,
start.
Yeah.
dude there.
Great.
But yes.
Great, lemon, great. Anything on your bonus?
We know
Just-
it's
just-
there.
we
We know
it's
it. We
there.
know where it is.
Augustine.
As for bonus, no, nothing on the bonus.
But then, Augustine's still grappled, yeah.
Augustine, you are still grappled. Yeah, you've got number 2 that's still hanging. And it is his turn next.
He's going to take 22 damage as well.
Good. Is it re-rolled at the beginning of the round?
Yeah, the next round.
Okay.
So they've all got to take it once.
26 to hit.
No, actually. It's
No?
immune specifically to 26s.
I just want to make a monster that's immune to a bunch of random numbers.
It's real Wonderland energy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Immune to prime numbers?
That's nice. That's a Modron.
That's a Modron or a
Yeah.
Mechanicus thing, yeah.
19 damage.
The guy's grappling you.
Mm-hmm.
Again, hurt. You get a good stab, sort of hitting liver, kidney, pancreas kind of area. Still up.
Disadvantage re-ups.
Yep, great.
Is the portal clear?
The portal is closed.
Oh, okay. Cool. Right.
Like I said to Misty when she came through, and I rolled. She said, "Do you like highs?" I said, "Do you like highs?" She said, "Highs." I rolled a 2. I was like, "Yeah, you feel like a single hair being clipped off."
If you'd rolled a 1, which you've taken damage.
Yeah. Or I would have given a dex save, but yeah, I'm not me. Sweet. That was everything. Everything else?
Is it for me?
His turn. He's got disadvantage.
On his next attack.
I want it makes a wisdom saving throw first.
Okay, so that is a
Do you impose disadvantage on attacks or saving throws as well?
Attacks and ability check.
3 on the wisdom saving throw.
22 damage.
Yep.
As the crows wear him
The
down.
crows truly shred this man like a lawnmower.
They take a
from the top down.
There's
They skeletonize
Yeah,
him.
there's a moment where they realize that they can just kill this man, and they just go and
Yeah,
just disappear.
there is cold anger in the eyes of these corvids as well.
Yeah.
The old lady is not fond of the undead, is certainly not fond of the thinking undead, and is not best pleased right now.
Yeah, there's a whole
This
nest
one's
down
super
here.
dead.
Super dead.
Yeah.
It is the next guy who arrives. So the guy who is poisoned, I think.
Okay, make a wisdom saving throw.
That is lots.
Okay, 11 points of damage. It's still radiant, so.
Yeah. So no regeneration for them. That was and is poisoned, so that's all attacks. Yep. Can reach Lily from there?
Yes.
Yeah. So that is that's enough. That will be enough. Yes. Okay. Claw attack. You are grappled.
Okay.
You take 3 + 1 + 3, 7 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And the second one is going to come in for a bite, which hits. I assume 16 + 8 or whatever.
Yeah, that's more than enough.
Okay, the first bite goes off. Yay! I'm doing so well in this card. You take 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
I don't know how much of my blood is still blood.
8 points of necrotic damage, and your maximum is reduced by the same amount.
I think my blood is now a mixture of blood and oil.
Yeah.
Max.
Blood and oil. Oh, that's a good episode title. Not for today, but definitely for another day.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was your man. Even poisoned, he did well. Oh no, shit. No, still, they rolled exactly the same. Yeah. So I forgot to roll the disadvantage on the second on the bite, but still hit.
Okay.
However, that's him. That is. Where did we get to?
So the
That was
first
the-
guy that came in.
Yeah, that was the first arrival.
First right, cool. That's him. Lillian, I think.
Okay, spiritual weapon on this one.
Yep.
First.
So that's the guy who just bit, yeah?
Yep. 16 plus 8, so lots.
You're about 8 more than you needed.
7 points of force damage.
You normally raise their armor class, there'd be more of a challenge.
And they'd still get smacked in the face. Okay.
I think at this point, with the dice luck as it has been today, all of you can feel a cold, cold wind blowing behind you. As I say, the raw force of death wishes for something to be accomplished.
Right,
Lillian, continue.
That's my bonus action.
Yeah,
and I
it
will. These things are probably resistant to necrotic damage.
Smart guess as a death cleric, yeah. I'll get that for free.
Sure. Spirit Guardians is active. Does Spirit Touch? Oh no, Vampire touches. Damn. I think I just have to cure wounds myself.
Yep, cool, go for it.
Yep. So
That'll take us through to He's Dead, Misty.
Okie dokie.
16 plus 5.
Are there any more biscuits left?
So
No.
That's fair.
That's
fair,
I
that's
did.
Okay, you're basically the phone.
okay. So am I? Is there a wall here?
Hmm?
Is there a wall here?
Yeah.
Cool. Can I climb up that?
You can.
And so, as the action, I will. I want to double. Hold on. Let me just double check.
Okay.
Yes. So, as an action, I'm going to shoot this guy with my pistol. Pretty sure. Yeah, that's just a +6. So, 17 to hit.
To hit, certainly hits.
Yeah. And then 8.
Is this the guy who was poisoned last time?
Yes. So that's piercing damage, but it's with a magical weapon.
Yeah. Great.
So, and then bonus action is
I need to re-up the...
is going to be healing word. Yeah, healing word at 2nd level on Lillian.
Cool.
I thought you said you were almost at full.
I'm almost at full.
You're almost at full.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you took loads of damage.
I did. I healed myself for 20.
Oh.
Physician, love thyself.
Yes.
Oh, no. Is anyone else looking quite injured?
Will's taken a bit. I think Augustine's taken 1. Yeah.
I've taken 8 points of damage.
Realistically,
I wouldn't waste an action if you've got other things to be doing.
It's a bonus action.
Okay.
It's just the only thing.
what I will say at this point,
You know I'm wearing Doris armor.
Yeah. So it's not.
something I will say here is, you're all very, very good friends of mine. I love you all very dearly. I did hope one of you would be dead by now.
Yeah, that's fair. You made a good try of it, and you did get 2 crits, and I just went, no, fuck you.
You just went, no, thank you. It's like, no crits today.
This is exactly how I felt last week with the Bar Glory attack.
Yeah.
Knock out Vina.
Yeah. Just one fucking more. Yeah.
I mean, if she had gone, I wouldn't have been super broken up about it.
Will receive 7 points of healing damage.
Sweet.
I'll cast it at 1st level.
So 7 points of healing damage.
Yeah.
I'm 1 off
So
maximum.
you send this sort of spray of healing juice at Will.
Yeah.
It sort of splashes and gets absorbed by the skin, and you feel better but conflicted about it, and then just loose a shot off. Goes straight into the thing's neck. That was Misty. It is your man who makes a wisdom saving throw.
16 damage this time.
Makes the save, I believe, on a 16.
Yes, that is safe. Yeah, 8 then.
8 radiant.
Sweet.
And now Will is in the way.
You did want me in between.
Will is in the way.
right?
That's absolutely fine. Yeah. Yeah. William. Is this guy got a disadvantage for no reason? Because that was cocked. That's cocked as well, for fuck's sake.
No, I don't think so.
Mike.
Another one, dude.
You sure? I've got bouncy dice.
Don't tempt me. Mike. It's not a 1.
This
It's a 2.
Oh, it's a 2. I was about to say, no, it's a 7. I was looking at the wrong dice.
So it's that one?
Yeah.
So claws come for you and just batter. You sort of get in the right rhythm as the 2 things come down. You're on a shield, yeah?
Got a shield, yeah.
Yeah.
Ching, ching.
Just off the side. Could I get an insight check from everyone?
Is this on
18.
the DM's morale?
It might as well be.
13.
19.
19,
18.
18.
15 plus sub numbers.
You two, I know you got a negative weird say, you two clock. These guys were smarter the last time you fought them. Or they had some instinct of self-preservation. That appears to not be in play here.
They've been starved. Or something along those lines. Or maybe their master's dead.
Those rolls weren't good enough for me to give you more information than that, so that's what you got for right now.
Oh, two,
That was
okay.
Misty's turn. He just missed hilariously. William, my good friend.
Range. Now that the portal's closed.
To their master? I don't believe so.
It's your turn.
My turn. Which one of these two is looking more injured? The one I'm going to go for the one grappling Lily.
That's probably the best bet, yeah.
It doesn't matter which one's more injured. One of them has Lily.
There are 2 on the board right now, yeah?
There are 2 on the board.
Yeah, cool, he's dead. Oh yeah, because he's got, that many hit points gone, that makes sense.
Don't have advantage on this one for any reason, so it's just a straight roll. That's a 22 to hit.
Hits.
And second attack, just to roll them all together.
Yep.
If only I'd Hexblade cast him. But none of them were big enough to be that.
Alas.
So that is a 28 to hit.
Hits.
So that is 9 plus 12 is 21 slashing damage.
Yeah, might as well.
12 lightning damage.
Yep.
Jesus.
Wow.
And 6 radiant.
Goes from unbloodied to colossally injured in those 2 strikes. Again, just
Shunk! Shunk!
it's like a one in from this side, whirl it, and boom, in the other.
I'm doing this one-handed because I've got a shield.
Yeah, cuts in like there and there. And yeah, looks tremendously unhappy about this. He, you surmise, will not survive the Spirit Guardians at this point. Yeah, the crows and the vultures just, yeah. That's that one over there, yeah.
Okay.
That was Will's turn. Augustine, it's your turn.
So the one that I can attack is pretty much going to be
You can
dead.
get to
I
it.
can I?
You can
Get
get
that guy?
you can get to that guy, yeah, because you'll sort of be going at like catty corner, is that the word? Like
Yeah.
through the door, but
Okay.
Yeah, because Will can kind of raise an arm and you stab through it.
that's classic sneak attack cheap shot. Yeah.
That is a 21.
Hits.
22.
Oh, in that case. Like, I get this is a collaborative game, and your success is my success. This does sting a bit.
No, I can, if you've worked hard,
You want to set a little bit of a drama. You want to get them to ride the
That's
line.
what, I'm not annoyed at you personally. I'm annoyed that I bigged this up as a big deal fight, and like everyone was really worried this was going to go so badly. And
It should have been.
yeah,
To be fair,
mathematically it should have been.
Yeah.
but we had a
26
blinding.
piercing.
We had a blinding opener.
You
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
And we got rid of the Lady Chambers and all of her minions.
26.
26.
Yes.
Oh, I'm bad at maths. 26 plus 19. 45.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Runs. Running through again. That would have been absolutely deadly for a mortal man. It is his turn. No, it's the that guy's
This
turn.
one we won't survive the spirit guardians.
What's the minimum he can take?
8.
He could survive.
Oh.
Ooh.
He can't survive.
That's crows.
Just swarm. Yeah, the angry cawing of this death knell rattle in the birds' voice boxes. There's one guy left. He's bloodied. We move on to Lillian.
Okay. The spiritual weapon.
Go for
May
it.
as well. 19 to hit.
Hits.
6 points of damage.
Cool.
I don't want to close to melee with this thing because I don't know what else is in here, and it doesn't seem to make sense to do so. So I think I'll just toll the dead. He makes a wisdom saving throw.
Brilliant.
It is necrotic damage, but it's something.
It's a 5.
It's 5. That's a failure, so it takes 2d12.
Yeah. This is necrotic, yeah?
Yeah, it's necrotic. 13 points of necrotic damage.
Cool.
Have you hit him with spiritual weapon as well?
Yeah.
Yes, that's cool. There.
Anything else in your turn?
Nope. That's it. So I should
Misty.
do one more.
How high is this ceiling?
Slightly higher than the one in the previous room.
Okay.
12 feet.
Just because I'm having super fun being Spider Girl, so yeah, going to climb up onto the ceiling and then shoot down.
Oh, I was so excited.
My spiritual gardens are getting lower and lower. It's 13 this time.
Yeah.
That's 18 to hit.
How many rounds have you got of that?
6.
6 more rounds, yeah.
6 piercing damage.
In close quarters, spirit guardian rips.
Anything else in
very
turn?
fast.
No.
Cool. It is his turn again. I don't believe he's currently grappling anybody because he missed you hilariously.
Yeah.
Correct.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
He will. Could also get an insight check from both of you.
Who?
The two who are in base to base.
That's not bad. 18 total.
30.
That's better.
What was the damage from spiritual weapon? From spirit guardians?
13.
13. So on a pass that is 6.
Yeah, 6. Yeah.
69. Nice.
Nice.
You two who are in base to base, you catch a glimpse over his shoulder,
Yeah.
and he looks satisfied by what he sees there, and then turns back to continue wailing upon you.
Where did he look, sorry?
Over his shoulder.
This way. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
You're right in front of him.
Yeah.
Does he have disadvantage on anything?
I'm effectively
Yes,
there.
he does.
Yep.
Poison.
He's poisoned, of course he is.
Well, it's not poison. It's momentum.
Is it one attack he gets disadvantage on?
It's the first one.
Okay, so that is 2 hits actually. Oh, he rolled exactly the same number both times. Okay, so that is claws, 6 points of slashing damage. Just rakes in, gets in between 2 of the subdermal plates, and then rolls this next one flat because moment is only the first one.
Yeah. Hold on.
Mike. I swear to you, God, I picked these dice because they're the ones that roll best in my bag. And
they've betrayed you.
they have... they have sided with you. It's worse than betrayed me. They have made their declaration, and I shall hear it. Yeah, so that claw, that was Misty turn, your turn, Will.
How tall is the door?
The door is door sized.
Okay, yeah. So
You are grappled, but I imagine that's not going to make a difference for
I'm
very
gonna,
long.
I'm going to roll both these, but I'm not rolling with advantage. I'm just making 2 attacks.
Sure.
One's a natural 1. So that's
Can't
a
imagine how that feels.
dirty 20 on the other one.
Yeah, hits. Can you do less than... Ooh, maybe you can.
Okay, so that is 12
No, you
slashing.
can't. Describe to me the end of this last vampire
7
guard.
lightning, 4 radiant. Shove the sword in the torso.
Yeah.
Point first. And then a pulse of electricity and radiant damage just runs down the blade and just makes him go...
Very good.
The moment he goes down, Lillian will push past and just be like, "We need to get going."
Yeah.
He saw something.
Gonna charge.
Cool.
saw it moving,
I'm going
so
Still
to
an initiative?
Oh god.
keep an initiative if I can. I need to also check something on here. A time check. We've got half an hour. Okay.
if you like the tokens, I'm also concentrating.
What's everyone's speed?
30 feet.
20.
30.
You're
Am
the
I
problem
running?
child. That has not been asked yet.
30. 31, I just want a little casual stroll.
Cool. Sweet. You head through. Do you want to start moving yourself through? You might have to click and drag because that room goes a lot further than that.
Okay, let's...
Oh, there's a boy.
There was a boy.
Oh, there's 2 boys at the entrance as well.
They were the ones who ran in.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm just going to get rid of some tokens here a second.
cool.
I'm just going to move Will because... Oh no, I can move everyone.
Lily knows that Augustine's faster. There's somebody in there. And I think they're trying to get to somewhere or something.
Yeah, we'll just say, we need to go fast.
Augustine,
Yes.
you are the only person who has a chance of catching this guy. He's faster than any of the others, and has had 4 rounds of running with movement and action. I think how I'm going to resolve this is, do you in this moment want to go full pelt chasing after whoever is gone?
Yes. Before I do, am I running deeper into this facility, or am I running out of the facility?
If you step into here, you can see a door over leading back the same way.
Yeah.
There?
No. Down.
There.
Yeah. You can. That door is wide open at this point.
This
That one.
Yeah. There's a module that increases the size of those little door icons.
Yeah. You can see a corridor running down. It does go deeper.
What sort of
Yeah,
speed?
I'll
What is your speed?
90.
Yeah. 'Cause
In that case, can I get a
move.
perception check from you?
So I think we're all
If anyone has anything they can throw onto Augustine to help him...
I give him guidance on my turn, so that's the best I can do. Actually, no, I won't, because that will get rid of my
Get rid of spirit.
concentration.
Yeah.
It's better for me to have that.
I will use my inspiration. Oh, fuck. That is like 10.
Can I give you my destiny point?
I will allow it. I will also tell you what stealth roll you're trying to beat here.
I thought it was perception.
This is versus a stealth roll.
Versus his stealth.
Oh, I see.
You are trying to beat a 26.
Oh, I can't.
Okay. Do you want to roll for? If you want to spend the point to roll for a nat 20, you can.
I can do it on a 19. What's the other dice gives me? I want to beat how much?
You're trying to get 26.
No, I can't use my moment. No.
That's
I
fine.
can't get that.
That's fine. You race down these stairs. I'm gonna just move. Is there a little Augustine token there? There is.
There is a little Augustine token.
I'm gonna move you over to a different place over here. If you go.
How far ahead?
I'm
Throughout the chase.
so,
Oh, go on.
chase wise. I do have a spell. I can move.
The same as...
I can move you 90 feet.
But,
I can
but do you
vortex
need to know
warp.
where they are going?
Yeah, but I mean, during the initial running down the corridor, I can vortex warp him right. to
This
the
guy
end.
was moving 80 feet around for 4 rounds before you started chasing is the issue.
Yeah.
What you will be able to piece together happened is he said, deal with that, and ran out the back.
Right.
So you don't even necessarily know that anyone was here. That perception check was to see if you catch a glimpse of like
Gotcha.
round corners, but you're going to have to go down like 2 or 3 levels of the facility to get to where whatever happened.
Right.
You can see you are now there.
At any point, do I know? Like, can I predict where he's going to go and like remotely close a door or do something like?
Ooh.
Okay.
and my
What I will
quest-
say is I'm going to measure something.
And
What does that say? 25?
That's 25.
Yeah.
Is that like 30 feet?
That's 35,
What's
40.
happening there? About there.
25.
Okay. I think you are just out of range for the device ping, and that would be using an action to do it as well. And yeah.
Does the facility have security cameras?
I was just going to ask if instead of chasing, because I'm very slow,
Yeah.
if I could like...
Go back to the.
That is a different question. Yes. Technology check from anyone who's staying in this control room.
Lily's
I
following.
might as well because I can't
Yeah.
follow after.
And I'm too slow, so
That and I have no idea what I'm looking for. I've just seen you run off.
So, in 2 rounds, I am 60
what's
feet
your
behind
bonus
you.
on technology?
11.
I will give you advantage rather than rolling myself.
Cool. It's currently 24. The second roll was a 1, so 24.
24. Okay. You get like security access. Yes, there are cameras. You can see Augustine pelting down. Basically, that room in the little boardroom bit there was the only option, the only way someone could have gone. As you get down, it's obviously this thing splits. You clock that there is a door has been remote. A door has been not remote. What's the opposite of remotely? Manually locked somewhere within the facility. And if you can get on like the intercom to Augustine at this point. It's up that way.
I mean, as well as the security cameras, does it also have remote door access? So obviously, if it's been manually locked, there's nothing that I can do.
Yes, that's going to be another check.
My objective would be, if I can see where he's gone, I want to close all doors
around him.
Augustine, if you head up that corridor the way...
Yeah, so I want to close all doors except ones that would be in Augustine's route. And can I switch off lighting to the parts that I don't want him to go? So you know, like in how they say in an emergency, like the floor will illuminate to show where you've got to go. That's what I'm aiming for.
You want to direct Augustine via the literal like quest lighting in a video game.
Yeah.
Yeah, by all means. If you head up that corridor, you can see these rooms are all glass. The doors are glass. That locked door at the end, you can see another teleport pad there. That one looks like an internal one, like the ones you saw in Project Doralus. That door there is locked.
And that's where the lights are leading.
That's where that is the door that was remotely locked. It is the only thing that has been interacted with in the last minute.
And because you said I need to do another hacking check thing.
Yeah.
So that's a dirty 20 to do the lights and the closing and.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm going to give you advantage on all these technology checks.
Oh, okay. 26.
You put the facility into full lockdown except the place Augustine is going.
Yeah, can I, and preemptively any doors that are beyond that room as well?
You have no camera access or what do you call it? Like there's no devices beyond that door.
It's effectively like a Faraday cage for a remote viewer. If that makes sense. Like not.
Or it could be the dead end.
It could be there is no tech in there.
This door has been manually, physically locked from the other side, like someone has swiped a card or something that has engaged a maglock. Augustine, you are welcome to, if you want to, make a Thieves' Source check to try and... This is a physical lock, this isn't even a magical one. If you want to try and undo this maglock, you're welcome to.
Can I Destiny point it open?
Yeah, sure. I'll give you advantage on the next check you're going to make in that case. What you see beyond there, is that working? Hang on, I need to zoom in.
Oops, you're rotating me!
Being
You
rotated.
need to unselect him.
That's what I need to do. I need to...
Oh wait, I thought I was going this way. Okay.
No,
No, these are glass
big
panel
weapons.
doors.
You can see, if you move your stuff over a little
This
bit,
is how they got in here.
you can see a rock tunnel bored. It looks to have been bored relatively recently. The other thing you see in there is a hissing bundle of dynamite. Look at a deck saving throw, please.
You said that advantage, right?
Yes.
That is a 26.
And can you uncanny dodge to turn all the...
Uncanny dodge is an attack, I believe.
Oh, that's true. That might be true.
What is the other one? There's one that...
Yeah, when an attacker hits you with an
Evasion or something similar.
Evasion.
Evasion,
Oh,
yeah.
that's next level.
What was your check?
26.
You pass. I'm not going to split fire and bludgeoning, I think. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You take 17 points of damage as this bundle of dynamite is on the wall in the tunnel going out that way.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like it has been like stapled into the rock kind of thing
To collapse their bolt hole.
to collapse the tunnel behind them. The rocks cave in on that exit as it's running out. The guy was so far ahead of you, you don't even see past the turns in the tunnel
Yeah.
whoever has exited this place.
So do I see Augustine leap back out as an
You see
explosion?
Augustine
I
get
think it's
flung
blasted.
back against that wall.
Yep.
I'm going to drop you out of initiative rounds. We have 20 minutes, so let's do some shit.
Lillian comes around the corner after. You alright?
I mean, this is half.
Like, your ears are ringing, there's
yeah.
blood coming from both
Like,
the ears,
Lily-
your nostril.
Lily is just like speed up, picks him up, cure wounds. We need to go now, dearie. Come on.
So, out of curiosity, within the security cameras, do I see into that cell?
Yeah, there's security cameras inside that
Well, we
cell.
can see, right? Because you said it's glass.
You can see through the doors, you can see there are cameras both inside and outside.
You heal for 19 halved.
Who/what
So-
is that?
That is a human male.
Do they look like they're quite dishevelled?
Yeah, a prisoner, in effect.
Okay, yeah.
They are dishevelled, but you can see in the corner of the room there is a wardrobe that is like open. You can see you've got full camera access to the
Yeah.
facility. What I will actually do is, now that you've done that, because that was like a 26, was that right?
Yes.
I'm just going to give you camera access,
Okay.
by which I mean I'm going to remove fog of war.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to ping a message on our along the lines of, I know a dynamite blast when I see one, assuming he's gotten away.
Shrewd.
Yep.
Do I seal? Seal the teleporter?
I think we're rumbled unless we can get out and find them the other way. This is the way they went out is probably some kind of like auxiliary exit that they created. The real
That
way
is correct based on what you've seen.
The
This
real-
was
Yeah,
physically
we-
dug from this side.
out.
You
Yeah.
can figure out the real way out, right?
Yes.
A quick question: the room that I was in, that we originally fought in, what sort of architecture was that? A martel? Or
This is a martel, baby.
yeah.
So
this
no
this is a
external
martel.
This
but
is a martel. This is all a martel.
the whole thing's a martel.
This was
okay.
a martel as well.
Yeah. That is a martel that has been weirdly retrofitted with kind of bougie architecture.
Right,
Like
okay.
wood flooring has been put down. There's like statues. There's that weird like grey panel in the middle of the red carpet has been set up. It's like almost like a. Have you ever
The
gone
gallery, you said.
to a gallery? George called it the gallery.
Yeah.
These are statues of the great vampires of history.
Gotcha.
That in the middle, with them all facing it, is a piece of metal about 20 feet long, 12 feet high, with like strange kind of like writing runes. You recognise them as. Can I get a religion check?
6.
6 total.
6 total, yeah, I rolled a 5.
Buddy! You don't recognise them. They are just they're only on one side of it, facing sort of that way. Not that it really matters. This is like metal this thick. It appears to have been like torn and scorched on its lower half. And so the cross section of the metal is something along the lines of that, and it is held in a like a brace to hold it upright.
Some kind of religious artifact for the vampires. We need to find the main control thing and change the.
What is that?
That
One
shit.
would surmise that might be the
The main control.
main control thing.
We need to
How's
get-
Leviathan been getting on with the remote access in here?
Is not talking to you with how much stress she's under, trying to get through things.
Okay.
It's
In that case, I'll
Yeah.
get up here and see.
What I'll tell you right now, take a breath. The local control of cameras, of facility control, of like the keeping the lights on basically. Is now open to you. You can teleport locally between any of these teleport pads. The green one up in the main room is the teleportation tunnel. There just wasn't any good art for a teleportation tunnel. But you can get down into this area. You can see, huge computer banks. This is giving you flashbacks now to everything you've seen previously. All of it, that slate grey metal. It's dark. It's cool down here as well. Upstairs was sort of scented with like potpourri kind of smell as it was being sort of slightly retrofitted. Down here, this is all science, cold, sterile air. This is what Doralus would have smelled like before the ooze. This is what the Leviathan, the interior corridors of Leviathan smelled like. The main control unit you recognise is those computer banks at the top. There is also a chair made of the same grey material up at the top end there, which looks to have all manner of crystalline panels and wires and things coming out the back of it. You also clock there's this sort of vat of goo. Unlike the Doralus goo, this looks like this goo is supposed to be here, and it's very well maintained goo.
Okay.
What it does, couldn't say. That appears to be something completely without your knowledge at this point.
Right.
There is also windows down along there.
Okay.
Windows to what?
It's a very good question. It's currently dark.
While it's without, we don't know its purpose.
It's a sort of slightly raised platform on the floor with a flat bit on top and then sort of slightly curved sides.
Before we start investigating the unmarkedness of this place,
Yeah.
have we decided we're rumbled and thus we want to disable the way in for the Lady Chambers?
Where is the other way out? Where's the
If you look back at the original room,
This thing that's going in.
bulkheads, yeah. And if Doralus and any of the other markets that you've seen, there's probably a shaft going up as well, because this will be underground in some kind of batholith.
What I can do is if we reactivate the teleporter and I throw a stick of dynamite through it, the dynamite...
There was dynamite. We don't know, but there's going to be dynamite dropped on the
What
building.
the other thing I will say is that whoever got out, you don't know where you are right now.
We know we're at least like 10, 12
they don't
days
even-
away, right?
Yeah.
So unless they
Week
have...
more than that,
Yeah.
presumably.
and they don't even.
And it also means you don't know where they are, but not in that you don't know where they are. It means that you don't know where the hell they are.
They also might not know who we are.
That's the other thing I was going to say.
They never saw our faces.
They truly didn't.
They just saw.
When
There's an.
they
intruder.
heard trouble and
They bolted.
ran.
Yeah.
So whoever attacked this place, they couldn't possibly say.
Not to mention that this is so far away that there is no guarantee that the person who bolted will be able to get a message in the next hour
Yeah.
across. So if we can get access to the defences quickly,
Are there defences?
Oh yeah.
Yes. The same thing that prevents us from communicating over long distances also prevents them. They can't use sending either because they have to use the rings.
That is correct.
Activate the defenses.
That's going to take time. It's not going to take time you don't have. For that is going to be, I'm going to say, a difficult technology check. I will reduce the DC in my mind because this will be taking some time.
And can this be done from where we are, or are we going to have to move to...
You're going to have to go down to this room.
I'll give you the help action to give you advantage.
And I'll give you guidance.
Okay.
Whilst they're doing that, can I do the plan that we were going to do?
Which was
Password protecting
the thing from this side.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. Technology. There are also about
I don't think I can help this. because it's
6
free
other.
view already,
You clock in that other corridor you were in a second ago.
Yeah.
About 6 people.
Yes. We need to get to them as well, but first
And
we
from the
need
security system, they are shut in there for now.
They are locked in. Yeah.
So we don't have to worry about or deal with.
Yeah.
Like-
you certainly don't have to worry about them coming for you.
Yeah.
When you want to come for them is a different
We
matter.
deal with that in an hour.
Yeah.
That's not the priority, unfortunately.
So, what was it? Technology or hackers' tools?
Technology.
I'm going to say technology for this one. Yeah.
Because I couldn't have the packers tools, but
Okay,
so I
so
can give you advantage with technology.
with or without, actually, I rolled the
This
same number
honestly,
twice. But
this whole idea of set both the faking death and set the defenses up are 2 of my favourite plans players have ever come up with. So what's the roll there?
so 26.
With
26.
With a D4 from the guidance.
I'll get a 30. Go on.
29.
Just missing out on the incredible level, having to settle for the merely brilliant.
I would. So while obviously I would like to mark vampires like that I would also like to whitelist us and the prisoners within the cells.
For sure.
You
You get the you get your physical little briefcase bomb thing,
Yeah.
the bio cradle.
Hey Joe,
Interface it in, yeah.
for rolling that 20, will you let us hit that 30?
All right.
That's a 2.
Yeah. When you reacted at all, I knew it was. Yeah.
I saw the 2. I was like, no.
Wait, that needs to be 10 times bigger. Yeah. You input the biocradle. You see uploading scan. You truly are Mozart at the piano, running streams of code through this thing. It'll clock what kind of defenses.
Yeah.
There are ceiling-mounted cannons. There are like ports in the wall that can set up like laser grids and electrical grids across to to act as like incredibly deadly walls.
Resident Evil style? Yes.
Are there any?
My man!
Are there any external weapons as well?
No. There are also no external sensors,
Yeah.
which you're familiar with from other Immortal places you visited.
Yeah.
Oh, so much to do, so little time. 9 minutes. You set that going. That part of the plan appears to have gone fully great. By the way, you will level up at the end of this session. That's to say that right now. That the plan has not gone flawlessly. It went very well. You have 9 minutes. Go.
16 on me, password protecting the...
Done. Yeah, that's an easier job, for sure.
I think Lily, with everything kind of like calming, like
The
getting
adrenaline goes.
I need to alarm's gone out. We need to get back to where we were, so that I can get to my grandkids, and then we can. This is a safe place.
I'm not hearing Lily anymore. I'm now focused on the machine.
Yeah.
Does it describe what this facility is for, or what its purpose is?
I was wondering, how's Leviathan getting on? Is he currently locked in battle with the AI?
No. William, congratulations. I have attempted to converse with my sibling. Unfortunately, it appears they have been dormant for quite some time, and I suspect they shall not be waking up. This facility's purpose was fulfilled quite some time ago. And the servitor was left unbound and decided simply to sleep.
This is direct, William.
This is direct to William, yeah. If you choose to open this as a channel, you can.
Well, I'll ask Leviathan if she minds if me sharing this with the group.
No, everyone's green at this point.
Then, boop.
You'll get that information.
So,
Could I insight check?
Yeah.
Whether the AI side...
By all means.
25.
it's only 15. I rolled 4. A little low.
Buddy.
It's fine.
25. She's telling the truth. Yeah. It appears this facility was... The infrastructure reminds me of what I have been told about the Arcanogenesis facility at Light's Cradle, but this was not to create sentient beings, this was to create other biosphere-retaining animals. It is very likely that most of the life on Volan originated here, at least genetically.
Does that include the immortal? I mean the coatl.
No.
Interesting.
Has it been used in the last few years by...
No. It appears other things are being stored here, but there is no currently active parts of the facility. The gene banks are dry. There is very little residual protofluid remaining.
No, I'm sorry about your sibling, Leviathan.
This was a very cruel world to wake up to, Lillian. I am not sorry.
It's a cool world to live in as well.
I regret to inform you there is no sign of any neo-human scientists have been at the facility, although I would recommend checking the cells on the bottom level.
Oh yes,
There is no record in the vampires' databanks about the identity of these people. It could be useful to you.
Just before we go speak to it, what's the orange fluid?
Described as proto-fluid. If you want to pull up a data sheet about it. This is like omni-purpose womb fluid.
Is it for 3D printing living organic matter?
More like amniotic fluid.
Oh, okay.
So things could be
Things will be printed
if you
into it.
Yes, it's absolutely that. Yeah. You know like how resin printers you flash light through to like stabilize within the fluid. It kind of a similar vibe. But it looks like this stuff up here was more for R&D. Like if you look out those windows, if Misty turns the lights on, you can see two things out there. There is. Could you scroll downwards? I believe. Yeah, all the way down underneath. And to the left. So up and to the. Oh. Where is it?
Zoom out.
Yeah, that's probably best. Yeah, that bit down there. That looks to be more of the sort of Dorolus-looking offices and stuff.
Ooh.
This was where the incumbent individuals, the scientists who locked themselves in here, they were not only getting gene banks of things that existed in the precursor time, they were designing animals. And top level, that's where they were cooking them up. Through those windows, you can see two things. The first is such a great question. The first thing you see is real Matrix style, because I love the Matrix. Like the pods where things would have been gestated and then gently thrust out into the real world. The other thing you can see is in an open area down below. This is a true cavern. Actually, it looks like a natural cavern that has been reinforced with like a martial architecture as well. All these sort of empty pods that are hanging, the machine sort of not rusting because there's no moisture or air down here, but a titanic undertaking. This is the first time you've seen the scale of a full Martel facility. Those tunnels down there, this cavern has to be 4 or 5 miles long. The other thing you see is laid out across the floor with various sort of attendant workstations and computers that have been brought and set around it is this titanic figure, 200 feet tall, except it's lying on the ground. It is made of metal. It has one eye in the center of its head. It's missing this arm completely, this arm from the elbow down, both legs from the knee. Leviathan looks at it and says, I'm not familiar. Could I get a raw int check from everyone?
Can I insight check? Can I insight check that when Leviathan says, I'm not familiar with that? It feels like that.
Insight, yeah.
So what was it you were looking for?
Just a raw int.
8.
My insight check is 31.
She's holding back on you. She's telling the truth. She's not telling the whole truth.
So raw int is 22.
22. Ooh. That's enough. That piece of metal you saw appears to have been peeled away from like the pectoral of this thing.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to ask the question I know you want to ask?
Did they kill this thing, or did they attack this thing and then rip it off and put it away, or did they?
This thing is a Martel, baby.
But did the vampires come in here and move that piece of metal?
It looks like this has been artificially moved in here. This didn't belong in here. It actually looks like it's been reconstructed in here because it doesn't fit out of any of the doors.
Can I direct message Leviathan and just say, is that like your Like your sibling's body.
No, this was external. I believe this to be a Mark IV Aishna hunter-killer drone. It appears to have been quite successful. You think back to the piece of metal, each of those symbols.
Oh.
Symbols of a god it's killed.
That's a takedown. I think it's rather good that vampires don't have access to this anymore.
I think so as well, dearie. Could we wake it back up and get it to do something aggressive?
Granny, it might go for you.
I would not advise it. Some things are better left sleeping. And if she could nod to the sleeping brain of her sibling over there, she would.
Right, fair enough.
The schematics are locked to me. I suspect they will remain for some time. I do not believe this world was ever ready for this.
God killer, so probably not.
I do have other news. Along with the design of the Mark IV hunter-killers, other things were kept from me. That this will be an open channel to everyone. A Martel Site 7, my physical form, was one of the earliest to be sealed, dealing only with power generation for the others. One of the other things that was completed after that was the communication array. I know what we're looking for now. That's from our end session.
Oh.
And we level up.
You do. Well deserved, absolutely. So what I can say is level up, and because this is a full chunky section of story over, I'm going to give you 10 gold points as well.
Ooh.
Hope you had fun.
Definitely.
Also, like, I know that next session is going to be a repeat of fucking session 3, where you spend 2.5 hours speaking to a computer.
Quick question. Have we managed to get the defences set up the way we want?
Oh, yeah, for
That
sure.
was priority number 1. So, if any vampires come through that portal, they are...
And we now have lock access to the portal as well. We can...
I'd really like it if the defenses don't activate immediately and they give it like a minute before they turn back on. So
Okay, so here's the
ton of
thing.
them
That's
come
what would have happened if you got the 30 organically. Now that Lillian points that out, you could absolutely wait for them to be a bit inside and then get the electric laser grids to activate behind them, and then...
Yeah.
Oh,
This place
Hell, yes.
is off limits to vampires.
yes. But also that none will ever. So what will what I think will have happen
I'm going to
is
stop the... Actually, no, carry on with this thought. And I'll stop.
yeah, just so once a vampire is a certain distance through, the portal will then shut off. The laser grid will appear.
And then move towards...
Dice them, kill them, do whatever, and then the portal can be reactivated.
You also have access to, like, janitorial drones in here that can clean the blood up.
Yeah, I want everything swept away so that it goes
It
off.
looks pristine, yeah.
No one can see what happens, and when it comes back on, they're just gone.
Yeah.
And so...
No, you can do that. That's fine.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Cool.
I was picking out which one of you I hoped would die the most. I'll end the session. I'll stop recording on that.
Yeah.